Hello, everybody, and welcome to Warrensburg, Missouri. Week 4 of the high school football season. The Harrisonville Wildcats, the Warrensburg Tigers, set to do battle from Warrensburg. Cats 0-3 on the year, looking to bounce into the win column for the first time. Gary, you weren't able to make it last week, but, same story for the Cats so far, missed opportunities.
Yeah, and look back at the first game, and I really had a lot of high hopes for the Cats, and I still do have a lot of high hopes for them. I do believe that they've got the capabilities, they've got the talent. They just made mistakes. I didn't see last week. I really haven't, other than just talking to people. It sounds like a lot of mistakes really cost the Cats. And it probably changed the momentum of the game from last week, which they could have won maybe 14 or 21-0, and they were only up 7. And then you kind of look back at all the mistakes. So it's looking to be a good night, hopefully, to turn it around here in Warrensburg.
Yeah, definitely a good night here in Warrensburg, hopefully for the Wildcats, but we also have excitement for me tonight.
You're preoccupied a little bit. I know your daughter's on the field.
So my daughter's on the field doing the cheer clinic. I think everybody knows by now we've moved to Warrensburg, so
I would venture to say they probably knew the first week after you moved to Warrensburg.
Possibly. But my wife's standing up here next to me trying to get some video of Collins on the field. Braxton's over there somewhere. It's Sterling night and Ridgeview night here. So it's a family affair tonight in Warrensburg, and I'm the only one on the wrong side, as they would say.
Well, I'm going to let you go ahead and watch. I'll talk a little bit. I looked over on the sidelines whenever the Cats came out, and obviously noticed that our backup quarterback, Levi Hall, was in an arm, not an arm cast, but an arm mobilizer. So I was talking to Coach about it, and he was telling me that I think the Maryville JV game, he broke his collarbone. So we're going to be a little bit short at the quarterback position. So obviously we don't want to see anybody hurt, but in the event of Mason Mitchell getting hurt, it's going to be a possibility that we could lose a little bit of our offense to a certain extent, because I have a feeling probably the one person that's played quarterback in the past coming up is our running back, number 22, Nate Reynolds. And so, hopefully nobody gets hurt. You always hate for the youth, and obviously Levi is out for the year with a collarbone issue. So that hurts them also for next year, because it gives him the opportunity to come and spend some time, whenever they get ahead, to be able to get some time, varsity time on the field, and he's not going to be able to see that at all. So
yeah, and I mean, then it goes to the situation: do you put him in at quarterback next year, or do you change up your offense and you run with Nate Reynolds at quarterback because that's your best option to win? I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios going into it, so it'll be interesting to see how that rolls for the Wildcats. And I've got a couple of things to talk about, but we'll talk about those really in the keys of the game as we get into those here in a few minutes. But the biggest thing for the Cats is you gotta get back on the winning track. It's not going to get easier tonight. Warrensburg, they're 2-1 on the year. Their lone loss coming to 3-0 Capital City, who has just progressively gotten better every year since they've become a school, and now they're 3-0 in Class 5, and that's a game that Warrensburg looks at as they have missed opportunities in that game.
Oh, absolutely.
They struggled last week 2 weeks ago, they struggled without Westfall, their quarterback, and he was back last week in 5 touchdowns in the first half, like 400 yards, so he can sling it. So one of the keys for me tonight is to see how the Cats on defense can do in getting pressure on Westfall. If they cannot get pressure on Westfall, he can stand there and pick them apart, and that was an issue they had a little bit last week. They were given too much time to Daniel of Pleasant Hill throwing the ball, and they could not get back there. Now, credit a lot of that to Pleasant Hill and a great line play. Now, one of the things I do see is that Little Young on the line for Warrensburg, so could that play a factor in the game tonight as well? So a lot of stuff going on tonight. See how both teams can respond. Warrensburg is yet to play a conference game, so this is their first. This is their conference opener. Cats would like to get even in conference at 1-1, so we'll see how they go about that and see if they can get even and get on the winning track, because the MRVC is a hard league, Gary.
Yes, it is. And, I mean, each win is very important to have because you've got a lot of competition in the MRVC West. And so the losses really hurt you and the wins really help you a lot because it's at the end of the year, you're not going to have somebody that's going to run away with it.
Yeah, this year especially. The last couple of years, I think Pleasant Hill Center were up there at the top, and then everybody else was below them. But I can name 4 right now that could be conference champions. I think Harrisonville still has a shot at it. Warrensburg for sure has got a shot at it. Pleasant Hill and Oak Grove right now are all 4 playing. And in those 4, we still didn't mention Odessa. Oh, yeah, by the way, they've only been a state champion and to the state championships and in the playoffs several of the last years as well.
Oh, absolutely. But that's what makes competition. That's what makes the MRVC West so fun because each year you've got a group of teams that have the capability of winning it. And truly, I do believe that Harrisonville, if they can get back on their winning ways now, they can really set the tone for the rest of the season, especially in conference play.
You're absolutely right, and we'll get into some more talk here in the pregame show in just a couple minutes. First things I want to do, I want to thank some of our great sponsors, all of our great sponsors that make the broadcast possible each and every week. Max Motors of Harrisonville, Young's Tire and Wheel Center, Lacey Dominic Shelter Insurance, 2-3 Construction Services, Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center, Colby's Car Clinic, Sonic of Harrisonville, Show Me Auto Mall, Aikens PC Repair, the Red Barn Ranch, Sherwood Community Bank, CPSK, Church and Dwight, Farmers Insurance, Brad Sainer, and you're listening to the Brad Sainer pregame show right now. Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, the Reynolds Cafe in Garden City, First Class Heating and Cooling, Signature Will and Trust, American Family Cameron Chenoweth Agency, Sherwood Heating and Cooling, and Culver's, all great sponsors that make us tick.
And that's the reason you get to watch us every week. I mean, it's a very large group of our local sponsors. So when you hear us and when you see the commercials, when you hear us talk about these people, please go out and patronize those people because those are the ones, the local individuals, the local businesses that make this broadcast possible back home.
So we're going to take a time out and thank some of those great sponsors and pay some of the bills, and we'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching the pregame show brought to you by Farmers Insurance, Brad Sainer Agency. We'll be back after this.
Church and Dwight is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
It always seems
Just
to
show
happen.
us you're going to
We
show the
buy
belly
new
of us?
tires
Is that
and a
what you're
week
gonna do?
later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Dominic of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
What is one of your most precious commodities? time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice. Getting you financed with even less than perfect credit because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
When you're searching for
right,
insurance, call an
Let's go
agent in
ahead and do
town
our
that can
keys
protect
again.
you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat,
Never
ATV,
mind.
or
Don't
any
go
other
back.
weekend toy you
Don't
want
go back.
covered.
Now
CPSK
they're coming
Insurance
out.
is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra.
James
They
is
can
like,
give you a
"Come
quote
on,
and
you
get you
said
covered
no.
quickly
Now you
and
said
easily.
no."
Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest. Sherwood Heating and Cooling provides quality services and amazing products from Carrier. Always going the extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at optimal levels. Sherwood Heating and Cooling wants your family to be as comfortable as their own. Products come with warranties and service checkups by trained technicians that give you peace of mind. Call and schedule an appointment at 816-862-6610.
Take the struggle of making homemade pizza out of the equation. Go see Marshall and Stephanie Hamilton, the new owners of Harrisonville Papa Murphy's, and let them do the prep work. Daily specials, new calzones, fresh sides, creative fundraising, and limited time pizzas, there's something for the whole family. Don't forget win or lose discounts every Saturday after the game on your order or $20 or more. Simply type Cats 50 after a win or Cats 25 after a loss and save big with Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Warrensburg, Missouri. We are on the campus of Warrensburg High School, behind the high school, and their beautiful new athletic facilities here in Warrensburg. This brand new turf field across the way. You've got a turf. Oh, I'm leaned up in there. Sorry. They have a turf baseball field over here, turf softball field over here, and then back behind us, new tennis courts. They've done a real good job out here. Getting all this, for years, it was you went to the middle school, and then we were at UCM for football games. I said, this is the third place I've broadcast a Warrensburg-Harrisonville football game just in Warrensburg alone. So they did a good job getting all this, the bonds passed and getting this built back here, and it's just a beautiful facility they have back here for the Tigers. It is your pregame show brought to you by Brad Sainer, Farmers Insurance Agency. Go see him as you prepare your insurance quote today. Time to jump into the keys to the game, Gary. Key number one for me tonight is seeing red. And that goes a whole long way with the Wildcats early this year. Seeing red, number one, the red zone has been unkind to them. 4 trips to the red zone with 0 points this year in 4 different drives. You can't win very many football games like that. And what else does it do? It's making the coaches see red because, gosh, what do we got to do to make sure we can get in the end zone?
Yeah, when you get to the red zone, you got to get points. I mean, and every time they've been there, usually it's ended with a mistake of some kind. Last week several mistakes in the red zone. So you've got to be able to score points in high school when you get to the red zone because sometimes those are few and far between.
Yeah, absolutely right. And the other thing about that is they've got to do a better job of at least getting themselves a situation on 4th down. They've got a kicker that can kick a 30-ish, maybe 35-yard field goal. Don't get down to the 2 and fumble it into the end zone. Don't get to the 5, have a false start penalty, and then a sack back to the 23 where you're taking yourself out of those situations to get points at all.
Yeah, then when you're at the 23, now you're looking at a 40-yard field goal when it could have been a 19-yard field goal.
And you look at a lot of this stuff. One of those drives in the red zone against MICDS, you get 3 points out of that. All you got to do at the end of the game is kick a field goal to win instead of trying to get in the end zone down by 5. So a lot of different stuff could go on, but that is key number 1 for me tonight is seeing red. And key number 2 for me is double deuce. And you got to get that kid going. He has not been the Nate Reynolds we know the first 3 weeks of the year. That's a couple of different scenarios and situations on that. Number 1, teams are going to key on him because they know. Now, that was one of the things his brother Jace was so good at. They'd key on him, and Jace would still run for 250, 300 yards. I think Nate's got to start looking for those holes a little bit more, finding those little seams that he can and cut it upfield. I've noticed a lot Nate running east-west instead of north-south, and you can't do that in the MRVC, and you can't do that in high school football the way you used to be able to, just run everybody to the outside. Everybody plays on turf now. It's a faster game than it used to be.
Absolutely. Sometimes you think, he knows he's got the team on his back to a certain extent, and sometimes you start pressing. And when you start pressing, then you don't play the game that you would normally play. And he's got all the talent and capabilities in the world, and I think we've just yet to see it this year. I think it's going to take that one game. Once he gets that one game behind him, I think it'll be the rest of it downhill for the rest of the year.
Right, and he had you always remember the Jace games where he finally got irritated and he had those mad runs,
right,
where he just bulldozed 9 guys on the way to the end zone or something. We haven't seen that mad Nate yet. I'm wondering if it doesn't break out against the Tigers tonight because he is just right there ready to just pop off.
And he has that capability.
So that is key number 2. Key number 3, stop doing laundry. I mean, every single week, the laundry on the field, those penalty flags, it's cost the Cats. It's been a third and 7 by and the defense jumps offside to give them a 3rd and 2, or a 3rd and 4, 4th and 3, and then they give them an automatic first down. You've got to keep the laundry cleaned up. And if you keep the laundry clean, you're going to have way more shots at it.
And that goes along with the mistakes. I mean, a lot of these are mental mistakes. Even the fumbles a lot of times are a mental error where you're just not covering up the ball like you should. I think they've got to get themselves mentally prepared for this game and be prepared to be able to not make the mistakes. And like I said, I think once they get that one game behind them, because they're kind of on the other side of the hill, rolling the other way. They need to get back to the top of the hill and start rolling the right way.
Yeah, and it's got to start tonight. If not, you're looking at 0-4.
And it doesn't get any easier.
No, you got Summit Christian next week. Then you head to Center, who has owned you the last several years, and then you have Clinton. So there's some winnable games coming up, but the longer you go without that win, the more doubt that starts creeping in kids' minds.
Oh, absolutely. And at this age, there's a lot of times when you do have that, you can start getting that doubt, and you've got the capabilities, but you just don't have the mental acuity to be able to get in the right state of mind.
Absolutely. So those are our keys to the game tonight. We're glad you joined us for the keys to the game in our Brad Sainer Farmers Insurance pregame show. Farmers Insurance, prepare to go get an insurance quote today. We're going to take another timeout. We'll be back in a few minutes with more here on your pregame show live from Warrensburg, Missouri.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
I thought he went
When
up
my
to the
family
city to
opened the
someone.
first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure
You know who that
everyone
is, though,
felt
right?
welcome.
Well, the Spinach
Sharing
guy.
our favorite foods
Spinach.
from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard. Greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Believing a smile makes everything
Are we
taste
talking
better.
and you can hear us?
And it's a tradition we bring with us
okay.
yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Hey everyone, Cody here with Aiken's PC Repair, the exclusive computer repair company for 4Ts. Slow computer got you down? We offer virus removal and hardware repair to get you back in action. And with our antivirus software, we can help prevent future infections. Check us out today at 105 East Mechanic Street in historic downtown Harrisonville.
Hey, I'm Matt with the Red Barn Ranch just north of Harrisonville, Missouri. As a fourth-generation farmer, it was important for me to be able to share our farm experience with the rest of the community. We opened Red Barn Ranch to provide just that, someplace that people can come and experience the farm and walk around and have a good time and make lifelong memories. Red Barn Ranch has grown over the last 9 years from just solely a pumpkin patch to a full farm experience. We've got rides, slides, attractions of all kinds, food, a bar, and a little bit of everything. We'd love for you guys to come see us in person. We're located just 2 miles north of Harrisonville. For more information, you can check us out on Google, Facebook, or redbarnranch.farm. We'll see you at the patch.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500, comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
Welcome back to Warrensburg, Missouri. We're about 10 minutes or so away from your opening kickoff. Wildcats and the Tigers is set to do battle. And, you know, I always feel like this game every year, Gary, is the one that kind of gets the show rolling, so to speak. It's both teams are then into conference play, and you get into the meat of that schedule. Because sometimes week 4, 5, 6, that's the grind that gets you to the prime time.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, it's always fun to come to Warrensburg. I mean, obviously for you as well, but it's fun to come over here because we always have, you know, in the last few years, Warrensburg talent has increased considerably, and so they've always, you know, presented a good competition for us, and that's what you want. You want to have good competition. Again, we always talk about it in the early or late August, early September. You want to have good competition because you want that competition to lead you on into November.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and we talk about it all the time. You're 0-3, but, you know, none of your total goals are out the window. You beat Warrensburg here tonight. You're 1-1 in conference. Obviously, you're going to need some help. Somebody knock off Pleasant Hill because they beat you. But then it gets into the everybody's got a loss thing, and you get the double or the, you know, because, you know, everybody could get a trophy if you have a triple, you know, a 3-way tie for first, because they don't just give you head-to-head. It's everybody gets a trophy.
I'll take you out of that one because I know exactly how we both feel about that. I say look back at 2016. Same head coach, a little bit of a different team, but you look back at 2016, what happened to them in 2016 in the middle of the season, and where they ended up as state championships of the Class 4 high school championships. So
yeah, so, I mean, they've got 5 of them, so they know a little bit about football over in Harrisonville. So obviously they got a shot at getting the train righted here tonight, and it starts tonight.
It does.
Like we said, you start tightening up even more and more every week if you don't get that first dub, and we'll see how it goes. Like you said, the talent level at Warrensburg has risen every year that Coach Cavanaugh has been here, and it's no different tonight. And you look up and down the list, Kobe Westfall threw for over 400 yards last week. They can mix in a running game with it. And, for me, it's going to be funny tonight calling this game because Kobe Westfall is kind of like Braxton's little quarterback coach on the flag team, so that's pretty cool. Ryan Munsterman's our kind of defensive kid. He's the one that goes out on the field and tells them where to go and line up, and then, of course, Coach Cavanaugh is coaching with me, so it's kind of weird.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to bring the Munsterman name in. I was going to bring it in. It's kind of like, just like Harrisonville and Reynolds. I mean, Munstermans have been here forever, ever since, back in the early teens, if not before,
yes,
obviously, and now into 2023. And
it is synonymous with Warrensburg because Ryan's dad is the county sheriff for Johnson County, and his uncle is the police chief for Warrensburg.
Well, and he's just a junior, so
yes,
he's going to be back one more year.
So is Nate. So
absolutely.
Hey, I bet you Harrison will be glad when Munstermans graduate, and I guarantee you Coach Cavanaugh will be glad when he gets rid of the Reynolds.
Absolutely.
But by that time, I think the Reynolds' little nephew would be close to playing. So he's like, really? Is there more? So we'll see how it goes. We're ready for some high school football action here. They're going out for the coin toss. So I will let Gary check that out as we finish things up. And like I said, been a fun night for me, the whole family involved here tonight. It is Sterling and Ridgeview night at Warrensburg. My wife, the principal over at Sterling Elementary, her assistant principal, Jason Abner, they do an awesome job over there. And then Ridgeview is where Collins goes to school. And Melissa Marnholtz, Jennifer Fox do an awesome job over there as administrators. And so it's their night tonight over on the berm on the far side of the field as I'm like looking right into the camera again. People are like, you may need to blow your nose or something. They may see some snot in my nose as close as I got to the camera the last time. So they're over on the far side. They've got a real cool area over there that families can sit, and they talk about different families or different schools and stuff each week, so it's awesome to see that out there. So Braxton is over there somewhere. Collins is over there. Collins also got to do the cheer clinic tonight, so got to see that when we first got started as well. So we're about ready for football action. Gary's got...
I was going to say our captain's number 40, Dannon Polk. Number 66 is Caden Shackles. Number 7, your quarterback, Mason Mitchell. And obviously number 22, Nate Reynolds.
And then for Warrensburg, it is Westfall, Munsterman, Othick, and Conley. So another name, Othick. I feel like that there's been an Othick on the team for years as well. And, of course, number 9, Quinn Conley, Coach Conley's son, a senior. So his senior year.
Well, it looked like Warrensburg won the toss. They have deferred. They are going to be going from the south end zone towards the north, and your Wildcats will be going southbound on the field, going left to right on your screen.
So hopefully they keep running north and south on 13, and we don't go east and west on Pine Street much tonight.
Yeah, you should know what's south of here. We know you know what's south of here. Well, it's just going to depend on your geography
now,
as far as going
I'm
north.
going to be really excited if I get to call a third and so-and-so. And you know where I'm going.
I know exactly where you're going. Why do you think I said that? I'm going to sit down so I can start taking stats. And
all right, I'm going to lean in so I can watch. As we're ready to kick, Rylan Henry, the ambidextrous punter/kicker, verbally committed to Missouri State, has several different offers on the table. I'm assuming he's probably going to end up being a D1 kid.
Well, he's got the capability. He can kick 50-yard field goals relatively easy, punts, really nice spirals, and can do those punts left-footed as well. Not quite as far as the right foot, but pretty good. So
Reynolds and Phillips back for the Wildcats as we are set to do battle from.
And as we talked about it, he kicks it almost out of the end zone, which that is going to be about a 68-yard kick. Not a whole lot of wind here. There's a little bit of wind, but
just enough of a breeze coming through here to keep us cool tonight. Cats going to be in their white tops with blue numbers, gray pants, blue helmet with the Ville on one side and the numbers on the other. The other way it goes, it will be Warrensburg in their Cardinal red tops, bottoms, and helmets, as we are ready for football action. In motion they go with Loeffel, then go right up the middle with Reynolds, and Reynolds breaks a couple tackles and is driven into the ground. First one there, Ryan Munsterman, and a couple others as well, including Cruz Villegas. So Ryan slowed him down, and Villegas finished him off. It'll be a 2nd down and 5. Ball marked at the 25-yard line, just underway from Warrensburg.
I am going to miss our digital markers over there.
Yeah. So 2nd and 5 coming up. Veer formation, and they try to ram it in the middle there. Going to get a couple. Going to get 4. And that was Phillips on the run, so brings up a 3rd and short, just underway. 11-10 to go here in the first quarter of play.
Here's where they've got to be confident in what they're doing, and they've got to be able to get first downs. When they've got 3rd and 1 or less than 1, they've got to get a first down, and that's where they keep their drives going.
And they can't have the laundry. They got to keep clean laundry here on this 3rd and 1. We'll see what happens on 3rd and 1. They line up in the veer formation, double tight formation. But if you look, there's 6 guys in the box ready to go. And here we go on 3rd down, and
Phillips got it.
Good read. I think Phillips was able to get there. But guess what? They came right off the end. They knew where it was coming, and they barely got enough to move the chains. But it is enough. It is a 2-yard run by Phillips, and that is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. So 10:25 and counting here, first quarter action. To the line they go. They're going to go pistol formation this time. Mitchell right in front of Reynolds. In motion they go with Loeffel, and looking to throw and getting chased from behind and out of bounds on the far side of the field. Chasing over there was 6 Villegas, as well as Traven Murphy, just a freshman over there helping make that play happen. Brings up a 2nd down and 13.
And that's not our type of offense. You can't start out of a 2nd and 13 with our type of offense.
So 2 to the left, 2 to the right, pistol formation. Mitchell has Reynolds behind him in the backfield. They're going to pitch it back to Reynolds. And again, they read it. Reynolds nowhere to go. Finds a little bit of a seam, gets it packed to the 31. A lot of running for Reynolds to get back to the original line of scrimmage and pick up 3 yards. And 3rd and 10 coming up. So 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats here. And this is what's hampered the Cats is couple of combinations on that, Gary, is you have got to be able to not put yourself in these 3rd and long situations. You got to change it up on 1st and 2nd down. They go to the veer formation, 2 wide receivers far side on 3rd and 10, and they're going to pitch it back to Reynolds, and he's going to throw it over to Mitchell. Mitchell's got about a 5-yard gain, and that's all. And it'll be 4th down and 7, and the Cats are going to have to throw. Here's my concern right now, Gary, after the last 2 weeks. Last week we threw 3 halfback passes with Reynolds. Tonight you threw a throwback pass to your quarterback. Is the only way right now they do not trust in their offensive line, is the only way that they feel that they can get yardage right now is by gimmick plays on passing. And there was a mistake right there by Warrensburg. Quinn Connolly. Not sure what happened right there.
I think the ball bounced and he was too close. It hit him, and then we recovered it off the bounce off of him.
So I didn't see that one. I would have been able to get a glance at that. But you know what I'm saying here, Gary, is you've got to you got to be able to pass the ball on more than just gimmick plays. You've got to trust.
I totally agree.
And you got to trust your quarterback. So to me, it's saying that you're not trusting your quarterback to make those throws. 2 wide receivers now near side. Reynolds in the backfield behind Mitchell on 1st and 10, and right up the middle they go. Spins out of a tackle and ahead for a gain of 6 for Reynolds. Tackled by a host of Tigers, including Ryan Munsterman. So 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Cats with 8:10 to go here. First quarter of play. Ball sits at the 25 of the Tigers on 2nd down and 4. And they're going to fake the handoff, and good keep by Mitchell. Gets to the outside, down the sideline, to the 5, to the house. Touchdown Wildcats. I do not see any flags on the play. 25-yard touchdown run by Mason Mitchell. That's when they were so effective in game 1, Gary. With Mitchell on that run, he knew when to keep and when to play on that mesh, and that time he saw it and took it to the outside and was able to take it in for 6.
Absolutely.
So 7:52 to go here in the first quarter, and the Cats strike first, up 6-0 on a 25-yard touchdown run. Kick is up. Kick is good. Cats lead 7-0. We'll be back after this.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Welcome back. Cats strike first 7-0, and when the Cats score, you score. Free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Pat Fuhr, you are the winner of free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Get a hold of Mr. Forschler. He will get you set up with some free pizza from Papa Murphy's. When the Cats score, you score. Free pizza.
Well, I tell you what, that does a lot for the Cats' confidence. You know, scoring first. You know, they're playing away from home. They weren't able to be successful on the first drive, but was able to take advantage of the muff punt. 2 plays, 1 minute. Well, capped off by the 25-yard touchdown run by your quarterback, Mason Mitchell. Extra point good. Cats 7, Warrensburg 0.
And set to kick it off here. Short kick taken, and right up the seam they go is Connolly to the 50, to the 40, down the sideline. He goes tripped up out of bounds all the way down into Wildcat territory to the Wildcat 30-yard line. So Quinn Connolly answers right back with a big play on special teams, Gary.
Yeah, and that started off with the line drive kick that it was a line drive straight to Connolly, and he caught it full of stride, was able to find the seam and take it up right up the middle and over to the other sideline.
And here's the thing about that with Connolly doing that on the return, and I'll get to it after this one. First down and 10. Westfall all alone in the backfield. Wide receivers everywhere. 3 to one, 2 to the other. In motion they go with Munsterman, and now Connolly has all day to run it on the far back side. And if you remember, the Cats have struggled with that. Everybody clears everybody out of one side, Gary, and they leave that empty on the back side, and it's been open. It was open some last week. It was open the week before against Maryville. Maryville beat it to death. So 1st and 10, throw incomplete, pressure on there by Johnson, able to knock down Westfall. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. So an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 coming up with 7:34 to go here first quarter. Down to the 14-yard line.
Well, we see why Westfall was able to, compile 400 yards rushing and passing, because he's got some wheels on him as well.
So second down coming up, in motion they go. And Westfall going to chuck it out into the flats, has his man, and good open field tackle by the Cats. Got down to about the 10 and hit quickly. Tristan Blue with the catch out of the backfield. And quick pursuit on defense there. Gary brings up 3rd down and 8. And this is where the 3rd and 7 is what they're going to call it, but this is where the Cats have got to be these 3rd and long situations to where you're not giving up 2 or 3 yards for a first down. And they go on the backside. They're going to chuck it into the end zone.
Good
Incomplete.
play. Good play by number 27. That is our Jaden Hetrick.
Able to put his hand in there last minute and knock that one down. Incomplete to Jack Smith-Taylor. And a 4th and 7 coming up.
So here, what are we going to do? Are we going to kick a field goal or go for it?
Rylan Henry, we talked about his leg. They're going to let it run down, maybe call it a timeout. Looks like they're going to go for it early on.
Or maybe try to draw off sides. I mean, he's got the leg. Even if they don't take a 5-yard penalty, he can still make it. So
4th down and 7, and they are going to go for it. And a quick slant. Westfall skips that one in there. Incomplete, intended for Connolly. And the Cats will take over on downs at their own 17, and that's another 13, I should say. And this is a confidence booster for the Cats, Gary, with a 1st and 10 and a turnover on downs. So 1st down and 10 coming up for the Cats, their own 13-yard line.
Only took 45 seconds off the clock.
So Cats are going to have it. They're going to go pistol again with Mitchell right in front of Reynolds. And 2 wide receivers left in the right. They're going to hand it to Reynolds. Nowhere to go. A host of Red Hats in there to take him down. Brings up 2nd down and 11-yard loss for the Cats. And again, Gary, here we are running on 1st and down. You want to kind of see a mix-up, maybe get 4 and 5 yards out of a little bubble screen to a wide receiver. Get Eli Baker involved in those little out routes, or maybe a man in motion. You hand off to Lawful on a 1st down. Give him a different look. And they go back into the veer formation. And Reynolds spins out of a 1st tackle and gets ahead for about 4 or 5 yards. So a gain of 4 for Reynolds. And that brings up a 3rd down for the Cats, and 3rd and about 7. So 5:55 to go, 1st quarter, 7-0 Cats with the lead. And you know, the Cats were driving to go up 14-0 on Pleasant Hill last week and fumbled it away. You would like to continue this drive here. And Mitchell going to have to roll out of traffic and nowhere to go. That was wrapped up and taken down for a sack at the 1-yard line by Shane Johnson. And they're going to mark him at about the 2. And Reynolds going to have to kick out of his own end zone here. And, Gary, we talked about it. Maybe there's an offensive line issue, and there it was. You go to roll out to pass, but you can't blame that all on the offensive line when you're deep in your own territory in a 3rd and long. You know what's coming. And not a good punt at all off the side of Reynolds' foot. And Warrensburg basically going to take over where they had it after the turnover on downs, which they will. They gained a yard on all of that. And they'll have a 1st and 10 at the 12 with 5:04 to go in the 1st quarter. So 7-0 the score. Ball on their own 12, or on the 12 of the Wildcats. Trying to punch one in here. Changing personnel. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. Pistol formation, Smith behind Westfall. On 1st and 10, in motion they go with Conley. And he goes and then comes back. The handoff to Smith, and Smith squirts through the line of scrimmage inside the 10 to about the 9. 3-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 with 4:54 to go here, 1st quarter. So 2nd down and 7 coming up. Cats lead 7-0 over the Tigers in this one. Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver right, 2 backs off the end, pistol formation, and they're going to hand off to Smith again. Smith zigzags his way inside the 10, down to about the 7, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. So 3rd down for Warrensburg and about 5. Be interested to see what thought process is on this one for Warrensburg here. If they do not get it, do they leave points off the board here, or do they try to kick the field goal this time? Going to go in motion with it, looking to throw, and out of the pocket he goes. Corner, end zone, touchdown, Conley.
I don't know if that's going to be a...
and Westfall got lit up on the backside of that. That shows you his athletic ability to roll out, throw it on the run to a running Conley for a touchdown, and makes it 7-6 just like that. So there is a flag there. We'll see. I'm assuming
it's going to be
roughing the passer. That'll be on the kickoff. Like you need to give Henry any extra on the kickoff. So he'd be kicking from the Wildcats 45. He may just put one through the uprights. You don't see that very often at the high school level, but we'll see. So personal foul, roughing the passer, and that will be on the kickoff. They will put that up. So 3:50 to go here, first quarter, 7-6. Warrensburg extra point away from tying it up. Again, Gary, we go back to those missed opportunities for the Cats. You got to stop on 4-down territory. You couldn't get anything out of it on your offensive side, and then you had to punt it away deep in your own end zone after a sack, give them great field position, and they turn around and are able to score on a 12-yard field. There's the kick. It is up. It is good. And we're not at it. 7 apiece. We'll be back after this.
You should never be penalized with high insurance rates or terrible coverage. Cameron Chenoweth of American Family makes sure you will not see a yellow flag. Instead, you will get quality service and coverage no matter your policy. Cameron's goal for you is coverage you can count on if a claim happens. So don't worry about penalties at Cameron Chenoweth's American Family Agency. Call Cam at 816-380-3996 for a quote today.
Welcome back. 3:50 to go. Quarter number 1. We're knotted at 7 apiece. Cats and the Tigers. Cats struck first. Looked like they were kind of in the driver's seat to really do some damage in the first quarter, and they had to go 3 and out. They punt that went 2 yards, and punt went 2 yards, and then they were down to where they needed to be at the 12. They gained a yard out of that, did Warrensburg. So 3:50 to go. And Warrensburg set to kick this one away.
You know, I would kick a squib kick right here.
$3:50 to go here in.
Well, he's going to kick an extra point or a field goal. That tells you.
Boots it right through. And 3:50 to go here in the first quarter, and the Cats will take over their own 20 again. Warrensburg definitely winning the field position battle in this one with the big kick return and the 2-yard punt that put them at the 12 of the Cats. They have started both drives on the Cats side of the field. Cats, on the other hand, have started on their own 20, their own 13, and now on their own 20 again. So 1st and 10, ball from their own 20 as we are set for action here in the first quarter.
I'll give the scoring drive for the Warrensburg Tigers. It was a 3-play, took them out a minute and 30 seconds, culminated by the Westfall to Conley 8-yard touchdown pass. Extra point good, knotted up Tigers and Cats 7-7. with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first as they take a water timeout.
Yeah, I was like, why are we not back out on the field? And then it dawned on me what we were doing with the water timeout here in the first quarter. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Cats. And like I said, Gary, I'd like to see a pass out of first down here. A little quick pass out in the flats to Baker or Lawful just to keep the defense honest. If you go and line up in that split back veer formation, they're going to slam the box.
1st and 10, Harrisonville from their own 20-yard line. First down.
So Mitchell going to go under center. Lone back in the backfield is Reynolds on 1st and 10 now. Back there with him is Phillips. Another look out of the veer. They try to go up the middle and into a hefty pile of red jerseys. They're going to bring up a 2nd down and 9, and they're going to give a yard on that one. So 2nd down and 9, maybe 9. It barely got it past that 20-yard line. And this time they go out of that pistol formation. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. And they fake. They're going to go out in the flats on 2nd down. And Baker 1st down and a little more out of bounds. And brings up a 1st and 10 up to the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10 up to the 34. Cats move the chains.
And that's our 2nd first down of the game.
That is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. To the line of scrimmage they go, ball at their own 34-yard line. 2 wide receivers, 2 your left, 1 to your right. Pistol formation again. Reynolds behind Mitchell. They're going to fake the handoff.
Good pull. Excellent pull.
Mitchell gets a 1st down and about 13 yards. Saw him key in again on Reynolds. And he was able to pull it for a 13-yard gain and move the chains for another Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down up to the 47 of that's it. So 1st down and 10, 2:42 to go here in the first quarter. Up to the line of scrimmage it goes. They go back to the veer formation. In motion, they're going to go with Lawful. And they're going to hand off. Nope, keep it. Now pitch back to Reynolds. Down the sideline goes Reynolds for another 15 yards. And that's something, that's when it opens it up, Gary. You went out to the outside on a pass, you had the mesh play, and then you have that one.
Sorry.
No, you're good. 14 yards.
And Mitchell went towards the line of scrimmage that time. He wasn't 5 yards back, and the mesh was good, the pitch was great, and he was able to pick up 14 yards.
So now they go pistol formation again. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to your right. Reynolds in the backfield behind Mitchell. Mitchell going to fling it out again. Little 5-yard out, but those are good as plays. They spread out. They make you pull some of those guys out of that line of scrimmage.
3 first downs on this drive alone for a total of 4 of the game.
Back up under center here. 2 wide receiver set. Single back formation. Hand to Reynolds. Reynolds powers forward for another 3. Close to another first down. 4. That'll be a 3-yard run. Brings up 3rd down and about a yard. Ball just inside the 30 of the Tigers. So 125 and counting here in quarter number 1. Up to the line of scrimmage they go. They go back to the veer formation with 1:15 to go. And there's a handoff.
Mitchell kept it. An excellent keep by Mitchell again.
By him to be able to move the chains for yet another Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down to the 25-yard line. Remember, go ahead.
Those types of things and the quick passes are what's going to open up, ultimately, Reynolds up the middle and off the tackle.
So we go back to that formation, pistol-ish formation with Reynolds behind Mitchell. He throws it out in the flat through the hands of Moore. And incomplete on first down, brings up second down and 10.
It was a good read by Mitchell to throw it to Moore. The other receiver out there was covered. Just a drop by Moore. I'm sure he'll
and he had a big one last week as well, one of the first pass plays of the game down the sideline. He was open and just could not haul it in. Sometimes as a receiver you can get the yips. Just ask Kadarius Toney of the Chiefs, and he's a pro. Mitchell looking to pitch it back and does, and down the sideline goes Reynolds and out of bounds. He was able to scoot for about 8. And that was all speed by Reynolds around the corner there. Brings up third down and about 3. So 3rd and 3 after the 7-yard run. Cats into the Red Barn Ranch red zone. And it has not been kind to them. They're down at the 18-yard line. Need to move the sticks here and keep this drive rolling. 2 wide receivers to the far side. We got a whistle and a timeout called by Warrensburg. So Warrensburg calls a timeout, and as we do, I want to thank some of our great sponsors, and I want to talk about Reynolds Cafe. If you're looking for a good breakfast any time of the week, I can go to a restaurant, get a nice, good breakfast. The Reynolds Cafe down off of Old 7 in Garden City, Missouri, would be your option. They're open every day till 2 p.m. They specialize in breakfast and lunch. So next time you want a home-cooked meal for breakfast or lunch, the Reynolds Cafe is where to go. Reynolds Cafe on Old 7 in Garden City, your breakfast headquarters and Wildcat breakfast headquarters.
Well, here's where they can't have any mistakes. They can't have any fumbles. They can't have any flags. You know, it'd be good to be able to maybe catch Warrensburg on a either a quick count or get them to get an offsides to do the same thing that's been happening to the Tigers, the Wildcats.
Well, and here's where I would like, after the timeout, I would love to see them come back in a different formation than they were in that split back. You know what's coming with the split back, and the shotgun had been working, and we're into now the split back veer, 2 wide receivers set right side on 3rd down and 3. So here we go on 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. And up the middle they go. Reynolds gets the first down inside the 10, and at the 10 they're going to mark him. So it'll be a 1st and goal, ball at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Munsterman with the tackle for the Wildcats. And 1st down and 10 coming up.
That's the 5th first down in this drive. This is the type of drive you want. It started with 3:45 left in the first, and it's looks like we're maybe going to end up getting maybe one more play out of this.
See what they do here on 1st and goal from the 10. This has been their Achilles heel in the red zone. The Red Barn Ranch red zone, 1st and goal, Cats. Pistol formation, and they're going to fake the handoff, look to throw. They throw it into the flats, and again dropped by the wide receiver. This time it was the big tight end, Sims, who drops it. Brings up 2nd down and goal for the Cats. That will stop the clock. Have at least one more play now in the 1st quarter.
And that was a great play by Mitchell. I mean, you can't fault anybody. I mean, other than, you've got to catch those passes. I mean, those are mistakes, and they can't have those mistakes.
So 2nd down and goal, we will see what happens for the Cats. To the line of scrimmage they go on 2nd down, a veer formation, double tight formation for the Cats in motion. They go with Lawful from the west, or the east to the west. Cut back, run by Phillips. Touchdown. So they go on that backside run with Phillips, and he's able to get into the end zone for 6, and the Cats regain the lead 13-7. So 13-7 the score. Extra point coming up for the Cats. So Mitchell to hold. Sims late getting in there. Snap, the hold, the kick. It is no good, and it's 13-7.
That's going to come back to
We'll
home.
take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
Welcome back. When the Wildcats score, you score. Free pizza from Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville. Jason Wicks. Get a hold of Jerry Forschler, and you will get your free Papa Murphy's pizza. Jason Wicks, you score, we score, free pizza.
Scoring drive for the Cats, a 12-play, 3 minute and 30 seconds taken off the clock, leaving only 11.7 seconds on the clock. Culminated by the 10-yard touchdown run by Phillips. Extra point was no good. Cats over the Tigers 13-7. That extra point could have come back to haunt them.
Absolutely, in a close game like this. Little squibber. And they're going to say the Cats were offsides. So got a little bit antsy on that little squib kick up the middle.
Penalty against Harrisonville on the kickoff.
So they'll push him back 5 yards, and now this time he had no choice but to boot it a little bit farther. You just squib it down the middle, you know, and take your chances. So we'll redo it again, 11.7 to go.
The one thing you don't want to do is kick a line drive kick. Either click it high, give it time for your kickoff team to be able to get out and cover, or squib it where it's actually just bouncing all over the place and it's hard to be able to pick up.
So we will see Ben Florida set to boot it away for the Cats. 11.7 seconds to go now, still here in this first quarter of play. Now they're going to squib it, and it's going to be picked up inbounds by Warrensburg at the 35. That one kind of took a sideways hop back to the field and got real dangerous real fast for Warrensburg.
It did, absolutely, because you never know what the football's going to do whenever you squib it like that.
One of the most odd balls of all the balls in the sports is football, the way it's oblong, and it doesn't take any true hops usually. So it'll be 1st and 10 Warrensburg, 11.7 to go here in the first quarter. Smith in the backfield with Westfall. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right on 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And Westfall looking to toss, and he goes deep on the seam route.
Good
coverage there by the Cats. Knocked down.
Excellent coverage.
So great coverage by him. Stepped in there on Ty Carmen and was able to knock it away. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 and in the never-ending first quarter, Gary. We thought we were going to have one play about 5 plays ago, and here we are on 2nd and 10 now for Warrensburg with 5.5 seconds to go in the first.
We should expect that, though, with Warrensburg. They play a spread offense, so therefore they're going to be passing a lot of incomplete passes, hopefully.
Conley runs inside, goes back out. They're going to throw it to him in the flats on the outside. Gets a couple and then tossed out of bounds by Phillips on the near side.
From Kobe Westfall to Quinn Conley. Brandon Phillips number 17 on the tackle. That play will end the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, with Harrisonville.
So we will take a timeout. 3rd and 5 coming up after the first quarter. We'll be back.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, He will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and put 23 Construction Services to work for you.
All right, we go to the second quarter. We flip-flop sides. Warrensburg going to be going from the north to the south on 13 Highway. Trying to blaze a path. So second quarter is coming up here.
A stop right here and a required punt would make a big difference. Now, I tell you, again, their punter, Henry, he'll boot it deep, and so we better be standing around the 10-yard line to depend on whether or not we're going to let it go into the end zone or what, because he can flip this field real quick.
Only complaint I got about this new complex in Warrensburg is the press box is made for somebody that's either 5'1" or 7'3". As the bars go right across there. Some kneeled down here as we call on 3rd down and 5. Fake handoff, and now chased out of the pocket is Westfall, still on his feet, still looking to throw. Throws it back to Conley, complete. First down for Warrensburg, up to the 48-yard line. That was two things right there, Gary. That was Westfall in his legs, and that was Conley never quitting on the play. Both of those combined for the first down.
Absolutely.
And the Cats, you cannot quit on plays like that. You have got to battle. 1st and 10, close to midfield. And looking to throw is Westfall. He throws it over the middle, incomplete.
And that's the 4th pass to Smith Taylor that's either not been on the mark or was dropped. He's been the primary target. Him and Conley have been the primary targets of Westfall.
I wasn't very smart earlier. I said Ben Florida with the kick. That was the Warrensburg. I was on the wrong roster. I thought, I was like, that sounds like somebody from Warrensburg. 2nd down and 10. Hand off to Smith. Little stutter step and a couple of yards. That's it. Maybe one. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. That is a situation, though, that will hamper you too, Gary. If you get a first down or an incompletion on first down and you run on 2nd down, now you're in 3rd and long if you're Warrensburg at their own 48-yard line. 49, I should say. Looking to throw is Westfall. He goes over the middle, has wide open into the secondary to the 20, to the 10. Cut back Conley inside the 10. Finally tossed down. There's a flag way back here, and
it's going to be a hold. Oh, no. Flag's waved off.
So they wave off the flag. I'm not sure what it was. And a long catch and pass from Westfall to Conley. That has been a good combo here in the game so far. So a 1st and goal for Warrensburg now, down at the Cat 9-yard line.
6-yard line.
So they're going to mark it at the 6. So hard to see from up here on that far side. So all the way down at the 6. So 1st and goal. Look to throw. Conley, he's got his man. Complete touchdown, Ty Carmen. And it's 13 all. Carmen hauls it in for a touchdown.
And if you can hear it, the people right in front of our booth is the Carmen family.
Yes. Ty Carmen's mama is super happy right now after that haul-in catch. And I will tell you, that was great concentration on him as he had to kind of bat it to himself and was able to still haul it in. And no good on that kick. And we're staying at 13 all. We'll be back after this.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Welcome back. 10:38 on the clock. It is 13-all. Gary, now you don't have to worry about that missed extra point burning you as Warrensburg misses one as well.
Absolutely.
As mirror images of these two teams so far in this one.
Absolutely. Scoring drive for the Warrensburg Tigers started on their 35, so it was a 65-yard drive. Took 7 plays. Took a minute and 45 seconds off the clock. Culminated by the Westfall to Carmen 6-yard TD reception. Extra point, as you said, no good. Knots the two teams up, Tigers and Wildcats, at 13 with 10:38 left in the second.
So, and this is where Henry is such a weapon. He can just put them in the end zone and doesn't allow any kick returns. And another one booted into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 Cats on their own 20-yard line. I mean, that just takes away an offensive play, really, for the other team when you just put it in the end zone every time at the high school level.
Out of the 5 drives they've started at, well, one of them was after the muff punt, but was on the 20, the 12, the 20, and the 20. Other than when the muff punt, they started on Warrensburg's 31.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Cats. They're over on the sideline. Only 18 seconds on the play clock. They've yet to come out on the field. So this is one of those things that have kind of cost the Cats at times too. You're under 10 seconds. You got to hurry out there and try to set it up. Double tie formation. Veer for the Cats. They're going to fake the handoff and throw. They're going to go deep for Lawful and incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10. But you know what? I like to see him throw. That's the first time I can remember this year they've thrown out of the veer look.
Yeah.
But you've got to put it on the money in that situation, and you've got to be able to. I mean, it was man-on-man coverage. Your guy had his guy beat. You got to put that in his hands so he can run that down the sideline. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
But it'd be great to see a screen or a slant to a tight end or something.
2nd and 10 coming up, and Mitchell quick out of it. Throws it over on the far side, complete for Moore for 5 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 5. So 3rd and 5 coming up. There's just no good spot to, you're either up or you're down or you're. So 3rd down and 5 coming up. 10:05 to go here first half. 13-13 the score. Again, out of that shotgun look. Mitchell rolling, throwing, complete. Good open field tackle. Going to be short for a 1st down. If you're going to throw that on 3rd down, you got to at least throw it to the sticks. And instead, it's going to bring up 4th down and 3 as Phillips was wrapped up.
On the stop for your Tigers, number 26. It'll bring up a 4th down.
So
now.
good
4th and
open
3.
field tackle. And 4th and 3, and the Cats are going to have to punt. So now you start playing that second quarter game of possessions and who's going to have it last. Warrensburg had the ball in another not good punt. So Coach Conley over here on the sideline, he went right to him and he missed it, and he kicked his scooter over. Coach Conley had tore his ACL, so it's funny to see him boot that over. And you talk about legendary announcers. We had one retire last year in Kevin Thomas. There's one here in Warrensburg, Bob Lotspeech, who's been doing it, Tiger Bob, for years. And you heard him joking around. He said, "Easy down there, Doug, easy." And another legendary voice in the MRVC West. So 1st and 10, Warrensburg's going to have it on the Cat side of the field. Again, great field position. Throw it out in the flats, complete near side for a 1st down, and there's Smith-Taylor. So Smith-Taylor with a 9-yard gain, going to bring up 2nd down and a yard. And the Tigers are in Cat field side of the field with 9:03 to go.
And that was an RPO. I swear Westfall had the opportunity to either hand that ball off. He looked up and saw that he was open.
And Westfall going to get out of trouble. stiff arms a defender, chucked out of bounds on the near sideline. Tyson Wyatt Smith for the Cats, able to keep him from getting a first down, and it brings up 3rd down and 2 now.
41, Tyson Wyatt Smith.
So Tyson Wyatt Smith with the.
Harrisonville. 3rd down.
So we've got Jack Smith Taylor on one side, and we have Tyson Wyatt Smith on the other side. 3rd down and a couple for the Tigers. They go in motion on 3rd down. Second one coming across is Conley, the hand to Smith, and Smith's going to have a first down inside the 40. Piles pushing forward down to the 36. So that'll be enough for a first down, moving the chains with 8:45 to go in the half. So 8:40 to go, first half.
6-yard line. First down, Tigers.
There is a Tiger loose somewhere as I hear it. So 1st and 10, ball down to the 35-yard line. 2 wide receivers left to the right. Westfall looking to throw, spins out of a tackle, stays on his feet, stays all the way down the sideline, out of bounds for a gain of 9. And that'll move the chains again for another first down. So he got enough for the first down, and the Cats, or the Tigers are moving, and the Cats are on their heels. 8:14 to go here in first half, and trying to set up their offense here. Receivers on the wrong sides, 2 wide receivers left to the right. Shotgun formation, Smith with Westfall. Westfall throws it out in the flats again. Open Conley, cut back, stays on his feet. Down to the 19. So they're going to mark him right about the 20. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 8. So a 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. So 7:50 to go here in the first half, and Warrensburg putting together a solid drive. Two backs in the backfield, Conley and Smith. They're going to go in motion. They're going to backside look for Conley. Chased out of the pocket is Westfall, and on the run, Smith Taylor again. That one right through his hands. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
We'll bring up 3rd down now for Warrensburg.
So 3rd and 3 coming up with 7:24 to go. So 7:24 to go. 3rd down and 3.
I got to tell you, I'm very, very impressed with Westfall's capabilities in the backfield. You know, as far as being able to get out of the rushes, he's been basically almost sacked 3 or 4 or 5 times and been able to get out of it.
So again, chased out on the run. Conley 5 to the house. His 2nd touchdown of the night. Makes it 19-13. Conley just making guys miss over there. And Westfall to Conley again. That has been the go-to tonight. So 7:17 to go. Kick is up. Kick is good. And it's a 7-point Warrensburg lead with 7:17 to go in the half. We'll be back after this.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and put 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
All right, welcome back. 7:17 to go in the half, 20-13. Now the Cats in that danger zone again. Gary, you're down 7. Warrensburg with the ball at half. You got to get a drive put together here. If you have to punt it right back to Warrensburg again, they've shown they can score quickly.
Yeah, we don't. And the thing about it is, we score quick. They get the ball again, and then they get it at the half, as you just said. That play or that drive, 7-play, 2 minutes, took 2 minutes off the clock. It started at the 49, culminated by the Westfall to Connolly 19-yard touchdown play, was putting Warrensburg up 20-13 over your Cats.
There's a kick through the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 Cats from their own 20-yard line.
They're going to take a water timeout, so do we want to take a timeout for water?
We will take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back after this.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice. Getting you financed with even less than perfect credit because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
All right, welcome back. 7:17 to go here in the first half. Cats trail 20-13. They led it 7-0. They led it 13-7, and then they had the bad drive after giving up the touchdown, and now they're down 7, and they need to get something going offensively.
Oh, absolutely, because like we just said, Warrensburg gets the ball out of half, so it'd be great to have a 7-minute and 17-second drive.
See what happens here on 1st down and 10. And they're going to fake the handoffs and nowhere to go. So nothing there on the option. Brings up 2nd and 9 coming up with 7 minutes to go in the half. 20-13. To play from the sideline. They hop back up to the line. Double tight formation, split backs in the backfield, 6:35 to go. And they go up on the handoff to Phillips. He slid down after a gain of about 3, brings up 3rd down and 5. So we just talked about it, Gary. This is what you can't do. You've got to get a first down here. You don't get a first down, you're going to punt it right back to Warrensburg, and they've only ran 1 minute and 10 seconds off the clock right now. So 3rd down coming up. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. And throwing is Mitchell, and he throws it deep for.
Got it. Oh.
Or incomplete. 5:48 to go, and the Cats are going to have to punt it away.
4th down.
So, Gary, I'm going to ask you a question, and maybe you could answer it better than I, or give me a response.
Well, you're going to have to give me a minute because I'm right.
Well, we'll get to Gary in a minute on that offensive set by the Cats. High end over in kick, nobody back, and Reynolds is going to get a good roll all the way down to the 27-yard line, and not a heads-up play by the Cats. That one was rolling down the field. Let it roll as far as you can. It went and dove on that as though it was going to be their ball or something. So what I was going to say, Gary, if you get a second on that, as soon as you get done at counting yardage off here, 5:37 to go.
Go ahead.
The little 5-yard pass outside has worked. Why not keep going to it until they show you that they can shut that down?
I don't disagree. I mean, that and the screen, I like slants. I occasionally I like the streak down the sidelines or up the middle, but running some slants and stuff.
I felt like that was a Madden offense there. Run up the middle, throw a deep bomb, and none of it was there. And then now you had to kick it away. So 5:37 to go in the half. Smith with a cutback runs right in to a couple of Wildcats. Deegan Beechner on the tackle. 2nd and 7 coming up. Westfall out of the pocket looking to throw. Throws it to Conley. Down the sideline again. Up to close to midfield. Ran out by Phillips. Up to the 49. 21-yard completion from Westfall to Conley. 20-13 the score. Ball at the 49-yard line.
111 yards receiving for Conley, and had missed a pass on 7 receptions.
In motion, they go with Conley. Comes in, goes back out, looking to throw to him. He's going to get chased out of the pocket is Westfall. Little dump pass, incomplete near sideline, intended for Smith Taylor. You're going to whistle.
Pass intended for number 0, Jack Smith Taylor, incomplete.
Maybe a flag down there. Ineligible man downfield, which happens on those RPOs sometimes.
Tigers are going to be penalized here.
So it'll be a 5-yard variety. It'll be up 1st and 15. All the way back to the Cat 44-yard line. So 4:52 to go here in the first half. I feel like this is the longest first half, but it is only not quite 8 o'clock. It just seems like it's been longer. A lot of.
Yeah, but we're only a little over halfway through the second quarter.
So it'll be a 1st down and 15. Empty backfield this time. Well, you got Smith off the end. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Throws it out in the flats. Complete again to Conley. This time for 7. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Man, if I was a wide receiver, I would love playing in the Warrensburg offense.
Oh, yeah.
2nd down and 8. Westfall thought about throwing. Now he's going to roll out near side. Still rolling. Cuts back and slides down to the 46-yard line. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. So 3rd and 5 coming up. 4:11 to go in the first half.
If you have lost it, if you can't find it, come to the press box.
So the Cats would love to get a stop here and get one last opportunity before the half.
But I say if they get much here, they're going to go for it on 4th down. On the Cats side of the field, I would.
Looking to pass, chased out of the pocket.
There, finally, he was in the grasp.
Incomplete, going to bring up 4th down. They're going to say he was down maybe. So they're going to say intentional grounding.
That'd be a loss of down anyway, so that's fine. Just almost as like that.
So intentional grounding.
Tigers always like to call for grounding, intentional grounding.
This will be 4th down coming up.
Best thing have happened because I think they would have probably went for it if they hadn't gotten it. If it just been an incomplete pass. That's their only their 2nd penalty.
So basically, that's a sack for Tyson Wyatt-Smith. Great job by him to get a hold of him. That's the one thing. Westfall was causing people to dive, and that time he just went right after him and did not allow him out of his sight or grasp. Henry to punt it away. Get to see the leg on Henry here. And he drills this one. Rolls inside the 30 to the 24-yard line. Not the punt he liked. little bit of a line drive kick.
We do have an official flag on the play.
We got a flag on the field.
At the 25-yard line.
So they may make him re-kick it here. I don't know that I'd make Henry re-kick it because that wasn't one of his better kicks. And instead it's a hold on the cat, so now you don't have to worry about it.
We're going to take the penalty down here at the end of the kick.
So now, instead of the ball at the 25, they're going to have it back at their own 15-yard line. And again, that terrible field position for the Cats. 20-13 the score. You just feel like we're one Nate Reynolds play away from watching him break out. He just has not had a lot of opportunities yet this year, and 1st and 10 coming up. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the right side, and they're going to fake the handoff, keep by Mitchell, and he comes backside. He's got close to a first down and is chased down on the far side of the field. So brings up a 2nd down and 1 with 3:15 to go. You know, a name I haven't said a lot tonight on the defensive side for Warrensburg, who usually has got a lot of tackles, Ryan Munsterman. 2nd and a yard coming up for the Cats here with 3 minutes to go in the half. They're going to go deep this time for more. Incomplete. Good coverage on the far side.
I like that call, those 2nd and short. Go for it. It opens it up a little bit.
But still, you can take those on a 2nd down. You don't want those on 3rd and long.
Right.
So 3rd and short coming up.
But they got to get a first down. If not, they're going to leave a lot of time on the clock for Warrensburg.
So 3rd down in the yard.
And he got it.
Just 2 yards. 2 yards in a cloud of dust. Remember that old off? Back in the day, they're like 2 or 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They got the 2 yards. They got the first down. That's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances.
That's their first down since the last touchdown drive. Last 2 drives have been 3 and outs.
And why they've mixed it up again on this series. 1st and 10, ball up to the 26-yard line. We go to the split back. Faking handoffs, looking to pass. Nowhere to go. Mitchell rolling out, gets a block on the backside, and now he's going to tuck it and run. Out of bounds. Where's he marked at? Got about 3 or 4. And that's the thing, if you're going to go back to the split back view, do what they're doing here. They're passing out of it. That's the first time we've seen that this season.
Bring up a 2nd down now, 2nd and a long 6 for Harrisonville.
So 2nd and
30-yard line, 2nd down.
6 coming up. 2:10 to go, first half. Long way to go still for the Cats at their own 30-yard
line.
So 2:10 to go in the half. Here we go on 2nd down. In motion they go with Loeffel. Fake the handoff to Reynolds. Mitchell again looking to throw. Chased out of the pocket. Throws on the run, incomplete on the far side, intended for Loeffel, and it brings up 3rd down and 7.
Pass intended for number 2.
So 3rd and 7 coming up here.
Still 2:03 left on the clock.
And I don't think Warrensburg will have any trouble running a 2-minute offense if they get the ball back.
Oh, absolutely not.
So 3rd down and 7 coming up.
3rd down.
Reynolds behind Mitchell in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. In motion they go with Loeffel. Fake, now they pitch it backside for Reynolds. Reynolds down the sideline, 1st down, out of bounds. When you can pump him with a quick run like that, quick 10, 11 yards is Reynolds there.
First and 10, Cats
Clock
at their own
rolls.
43.
I guess he didn't go out of bounds, or I would have thought the clock would have stopped there. So first and 10, 1:40 to go in the first half.
We still got all 3 timeouts as well.
And here they go on first and 10, close.
I think that's going to be a laundry.
So 1:33 to go.
But this is only their 3rd flag of the game, which is much better than what it has been.
So 1:33 to go.
So it'll now be first and 15 for Harrisonville from their own 38-yard line. First down.
Well, up to the line of scrimmage they go, first and 15. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. In motion they go. Fake the handoff to Lawful. And another deep shot at it. And
got it.
Complete.
To Baker.
To Baker. First and 10 down to the 25-yard line. Eli Baker, I go back to this all the time. He reminds me so much.
37-yard reception.
Reminds me so much of Tyler Hearn. He's small in stature, but he just is sure-handed. And another big catch by him down to the 25-yard line. And the Cats are in business with 1:22 to go here in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
All right, first and 10, 1:22 to go in the half. Cats down to the Warrensburg 25-yard line after the big pass from Mitchell to Baker.
It was an excellent catch by Baker. I mean, you're right. He's had some excellent catches this year and in the past.
In traffic, hands in his face, and he's able to haul it in. That's what you want from your top receiver. Switching sides here. 2 wide receiver set, single back formation. Reynolds back there. They're going to hand off to Reynolds, and he's going to get
keep going.
5,
he's going.
10, 15. And that was a trademark Nate Reynolds run right there, just breaking tackle after tackle. And it's going to bring up a first and goal at the 9-yard line with 1:15 to go in the half. Clock will roll. Now the Cats with a few timeouts. They got plenty of time here on this. So Reynolds behind Mitchell. 2 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right. On first and goal, Reynolds.
There he is.
Touchdown.
Not even close.
Cats, 20-19. Reynolds looked like he got shot out of a cannon that last 2, and you wonder, is that like we talked about? You're just waiting for him to bust free and see what happens. And there he goes with a couple of quick runs. And now 1 point away from tying the ball game. And when the Cats score, you score free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Rose Inlow is our winner. E-N-L-O-E, I believe. Rose Inlow. We got a timeout on the field on the extra point attempt. It's 20-19. So, Rose, you win free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Get a hold of Jerry Forschler, and we will get you some free pizza. As the Cats score, you score free pizza.
What do you think about a 2-point conversion here out of the extra point? Every point, they need every point, and it would be good, obviously. Who knows what's going to happen in the second half, but
Well, I know it's one of those situations. What do you do in this situation? Do you want to chase points, though, at this point, or do you want to wait, though you've already missed an extra point? You missed your last extra point, so you miss this one, then you are going to be chasing points the rest of the game. So I like the idea.
That's why I kind of wonder why Warrensburg called a timeout, because I didn't see the lineup. It looked like we had our extra point team out there. But they may have seen something that made them think maybe they were going to potentially go for two, or fake an extra, or fake the kick and go for two. Who knows? Just sometimes you want to do these things when they're not expected.
Exactly. And
they are going to go for two.
And here they go. Shotgun formation this time. He's got two backs with him in the backfield. In motion they go with Phillips. And Mitchell going to keep it himself. Touchdown, or 2-point conversion. And it's 21-20. Harrisonville on top in this seesaw battle. We'll be back after this.
What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Welcome back. 54.3 seconds ago in the longest first half in high school football history. And the Warrensburg Tigers trail the Harrisonville Wildcats 21-20. I'm only being facetious, but it is 8-12, and we're still in the first half of this ball game.
Well, and if you recall, the last 45 seconds of the first quarter lasted about 20 minutes. So this quarter's not over with yet, especially with Warrensburg getting the ball and potential for incomplete passes stopping the clock.
And there is plenty of time for them. They're going to squib it down. You're going to
I like this. I like it.
So a squib kick and that high bounce is what did it right there, and it pins them back at about the 26-yard line with 54 seconds to go. Looking at the scoreboard, they don't have the timeouts up there. Yeah, they do. One timeout left. So Warrensburg's only got a timeout left. Going to have to work sidelines here. Cats are in what you would call prevent defense. They've got guys 20 yards off the ball here and just 3 down linemen on first down and 10. And Westfall just going to run it up the middle. Gets about 6 or 7. Going to bring up second down. 7. We got a whistle and a timeout. So official's timeout is what it looked like, he said.
Why is there an official's timeout? Why should they be? Because that benefited Warrensburg. I mean, I don't know why you would call an official's timeout.
Yeah, he just went like this, and then he ran the clock, so I'm not real sure what the deal was on that one. But here we go, Westfall. He's got Conley again. Conley has just
keep him in bounds.
Up and up to midfield. 25.8 as the clock stops. And they set the chains and a snap and a stop of clock with 23.3 seconds to go. So that one was a downed ball. It's going to bring up second down. So ball up to midfield with 23.3 seconds to go. So we have a second down and 10 coming up. Looking to throw, still looking is Westfall. And again, he just waits to go over the middle, incomplete that time, so a little bit of time. That was intended for Munsterman. So Ryan couldn't haul that one in, brings up third down and 10. You remember, Gary, back in the day, like, you know, when you played and when I played, I mean, you're a little older than me, not much, but.
Thank you.
When, you know, when it seemed like if you get around 2 minutes to go before half, you could maybe score some points. And we'll get to it after this one, 16.6 seconds to go. And Westfall looking to throw. He throws over the middle.
Nope.
Conley incomplete, going to bring it 4th down. But how quickly the game has changed over the last 30 years to where you've got anywhere between, for the Chiefs' sake, 13 seconds that you can get 50 yards of real estate. And Warrensburg going to have to punt here with 12.6 to go on 4th and 10 from midfield. So we'll see Henry again.
I'm sorry. I get away from this ball. I let it bounce and let it go to the 1 yard line.
High snap over the head
There's the flag.
Of Henry, and he's able to get off the rugby-style kick, and he boots it high and deep, goes sideways to the 15. Flag on the field.
0.2 of a second left.
So, and what's the penalty?
Illegal procedure.
We do have an official foul on the play.
After the bad snap, I may make him kick it again.
That's the reason I didn't put anybody back. I would rush everybody on it.
And obviously what you're going to do now, you're just going to go into down it and go into the halftime. You're not going to try to snap it again. You go under center, you take the knee and go into the half, down 1.
Well, and obviously the offense is coming back on the field, just exactly what you were just saying.
Because you're not going to take a chance on one more play to let them again snap it over the head and cause a touchdown or something crazy for Harrisonville. So Warrensburg going to go and kneel this one down, I would assume, with 0.2 of a second. They're going to call a timeout here and talk it over. So we're not quite done with the longest first half in history. But
told you, 45 seconds can last 20 minutes.
So here we are. It is timeout, Warrensburg, with 0.2 of a second to go in the half.
I think Coach is coming out and he's going to change his mind. He's going to say no because Coach Max just came out on the field. I think he's telling them probably they're going to change the
I mean, either way, last play is going to be a down on whichever side it's going to be on.
Right.
So
well, maybe not.
Just down it and go to half.
To be quite honest with you, why not run a play? And when I say I'm not down on it, I'm going to run a play.
Maybe fake, despite the old Dan Marino.
They have got the capabilities, but they are going to down it here. I mean, the way they're lining up, they're not lining up for a pass, but.
And there they go. They down it, and that does it for the first half. So one half in the books, 21-20. We're going to take a timeout. Gary's going to get his stats rolling, and we'll be back with a special guest on our halftime show right after this. You're watching high school football on 4Ts.com.
Hey there, Wildcat and pizza fans. Are you ready for a touchdown of flavor? Enter Papa Murphy's Score-Free Pizza Contest. Picture it, Wildcats on the big screen, friends gathered around, and the excitement of a touchdown. But that's not all. At Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, we're turning touchdowns into free pizza. Every time the Wildcats score a touchdown, you score big too. Head to Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville to enter, and with every touchdown, someone gets free pizza. Don't miss out. Sign up for the Papa Murphy's Touchdown Contest and celebrate touchdowns like never before. Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, where touchdowns taste better.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
First Class Heating and Cooling is your local Trane dealer that you can count on to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Whether you need service right now or an estimate on a new system, give us a call at 816-380-5659. First Class service from your hometown team.
It's hard to stop a train.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
Hey, I'm Matt with the Red Barn Ranch just north of Harrisonville, Missouri. As a fourth-generation farmer, it was important for me to be able to share our farm experience with the rest of the community. We opened Red Barn Ranch to provide just that, someplace that people can come and experience the farm and walk around and have a good time and make lifelong memories. Red Barn Ranch has grown over the last 9 years from just solely a pumpkin patch to a full farm experience. We've got rides, slides, attractions of all kinds, food, a bar, and a little bit of everything. We'd love for you guys to come see us in person. We're located just 2 miles north of Harrisonville. For more information, you can check us out on Google, Facebook, or redbarnranch.farm. We'll see you at the patch.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice. Getting you financed with even less than perfect credit because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
Hey everyone, Cody here with Aikens PC Repair, the exclusive computer repair company for 4Ts. Slow computer got you down? We offer virus removal and hardware repair to get you back in action. And with our antivirus software, we can help prevent future infections. Check us out today at 105 East Mechanic Street in historic downtown Harrisonville.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling provides quality services and amazing products from Carrier. Always going the extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at optimal levels. Sherwood Heating and Cooling wants your family to be as comfortable as their own. Products come with warranties and service checkups by trained technicians that give you peace of mind. Call and schedule an appointment at 816-862-6610.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500. Comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Warrensburg, Missouri. We're on the campus of Warrensburg High School, and the Cats lead at 21-20 at the half over the Warrensburg Tigers in what was a back-and-forth battle in the first half. Looked like Harrisonville had a shot to maybe take advantage of a miscue, fourth down, missed opportunity by Warrensburg. Cats went 3 and out after that and had a 1-yard punt that ended up in a touchdown for Warrensburg. They got it tied back up. Cats went ahead by a touchdown, comes back. I'm going to let Gary kind of run through the stats, and then we'll do a quick recap, and we'll have a special guest after that.
Well, so you can have a special guest. It's going to be real quick. Cats had 150 yards rushing, 66 yards passing, for a total of 216 yards of offense. They had controlled the ball as far as time, 15 minutes with 38 plays compared to 9 minutes and 33 plays by Warrensburg. Warrensburg only had 53 yards rushing, but it had 150 yards passing. So, I mean, basically it's just flip-flop, same amount of basically yardage, 203 yards of total offense for Warrensburg. The scoring went, Harrisonville scored first, Warrensburg scored second. Harrisonville scored third, Warrensburg scored fourth and the fifth, and then Harrisonville came back with the sixth score, making it 21-20. Mitchell getting the 2-point conversion. Leading the way for the Cats, 14 carries, 89 yards for Reynolds. Mitchell also had 8 carries for 41 yards, and Baker had 3 catches for a total of 56 yards.
And what I was going to say about that, Gary, you look at his last 3 runs. Did he maybe start figuring something out? 12, 16, 9, and they were boom, boom, boom.
Well, and sometimes, you can wear a defense down, too. I mean, as much as they've been running back there as far as with Mitchell, too, trying to corral him as well. Leading the way for Warrensburg on the receiving end is basically Conley. He's got a total of 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 catches for 134 yards. And that is basically it. I mean, Smith Taylor's been his target as well. He's had 7 targets but only had 1 catch for 8 yards. So, I mean, it's a pretty even game, just like the score shows it. So I'm going to get out of here so you can bring in a special guest, somebody that I've spent some time with. My son has spent some time with. Glad to see him back in the area, so I'm not going to go any farther than that.
Okay, and we'll take a quick 30-second timeout so we can flip-flop you guys. So we'll be right back after this.
When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
All right, welcome back inside of the press box here in Warrensburg on the campus of Warrensburg High School. I got a special guest here. Anybody that knows it's 4T's Broadcasting, well, there's a reason it's 4T's. Well, this is T3 standing here with me, a Harrisonville alum, Tanner Forschler, and Tanner, like me, is now a resident of Warrensburg. So we thought it'd be fun to come on and talk about, how your mindset changes going from a school that you grew up in to now kind of maybe rooting for the enemy, so to speak. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, just talk about what brought them back to Warrensburg. Tanner was a grad assistant here, correct?
Yeah.
For UCM in college, so brings them back to the area after a couple of years of college baseball coaching. So, Tanner, just kind of tell us what you've done since high school.
Okay, so I went and played a little college baseball, about a quick 4 years it felt like. And then did some college baseball coaching. Coached at the junior college I played at, and then 2 years I was here in Warrensburg at the college. Ended up coaching 2 other places, 3 years more down the road in college baseball. But Warrensburg was special. Wife's family's from here. She went to college here. We loved the time here. There weren't a lot of things that were interesting to pull me out of what we were doing. But getting a chance to be back in Warrensburg, close to family, the kids changed a lot. So here we are.
Yes, I mean, having 2 young ones, I know obviously life of a college coach in any sport takes being on the road a lot. I'm sure that your wife is glad you're at home now, every night. And, I got to agree with you. That's the thing about Warrensburg that's been to us this 3 years is it's just a cool community. And I think a lot of people like Harrisonville, that's always been that rivalry. But if you don't know the people of Warrensburg and you haven't been here and hung out, it's a cool town.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a very, I always say it's a transient community because you have the college. You also have the Air Force Base. So everybody's always welcome because people are always coming in and out because of different jobs and different careers. So it's a pretty cool place to be over here. And, crazy enough, you're literally like 2 minutes from our house.
Yeah.
Right around the
walking
corner.
distance.
right around the corner. Yes. I doubt that he did that, but I know that Mama Forschler loves that.
Oh, yeah.
Because she could come over and watch the grandkids, and then she can come over and get some rest at our house because we have the extra bedroom downstairs. So, what is it you're doing now here in Warrensburg?
Yep, so teaching history, world history with the sophomore group, and I'll be helping out with baseball come springtime. I'm enjoying the downtime. This will be my first off season as a coach ever. So we are kind of like you're saying with the college and everything that goes on here in the community, we are living it up. We're getting the kids out. We're playing a lot, watching a lot of the different sports.
Going to UCM game tomorrow?
No. Oh, yes, we will be dropping in.
There you go.
Yeah,
UCM plays tomorrow. That's the one thing that you almost forget about. You're so used to high-end college sports. You always, I think you were a Jayhawk fan. I'm not sure.
No. We'll leave that to Travis.
We'll leave
it to Travis. I will say the best man at my wedding is a diehard Jayhawk, and I've been to Allen Fieldhouse on a senior night. That was wild.
That is cool. That is cool. Like I'm a historic, basketball historic guy, and I love stuff like that. Allen Fieldhouse is one of the best places in college basketball, but. Nevertheless, Warrensburg has a college, and they play football every Saturday. You almost forget about that when you've always watched Mizzou or KU and stuff. And so we're actually going tomorrow as well to tailgate and watch the game. So it's kind of fun having that in here because any weekend you can go watch college sports here in town.
Yes, and it's awesome. And there's still a handful of the coaches that were around back when I was here. So getting to see them catch up, and it's a place that isn't afraid to win, isn't afraid to support. So it's a good time. You get to go and enjoy it. It's on a bigger scale for just a little cow town.
Absolutely. But it is an awesome place to be. I'm glad that he was able to join me. And I don't know what Jerry does with his kids after they get out of high school, but I swear to everything that his youngest two grew 4 inches after high school. 'Cause I don't remember Tanner being this tall when he was in high school. I feel like I'm looking up at him. So, Tanner, thanks for joining us, and welcome to the Warrensburg community. As you know, we're all now Warrensburg. I don't know what they call them, Warrensburgians.
We're sure.
Warrensburgians.
San Diegots, yeah.
There we go. We're tigers and mules over here now, and I don't know if anybody. So, James called us burgers.
Boogers. That's a good one.
Burgers. Okay. I mean, we could do that too. So, all right, we're going to take another timeout. We'll be back with more on your halftime show here in a couple of minutes.
Hey there, Wildcat and pizza fans. Are you ready for a touchdown of flavor? Enter Papa Murphy's Score-Free Pizza Contest. Picture it, Wildcats on the big screen, friends gathered around, and the excitement of a touchdown. But that's not all. At Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, we're turning touchdowns into free pizza. Every time the Wildcats score a touchdown, you score big too. Head to Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville to enter, and with every touchdown, someone gets free pizza. Don't miss out. Sign up for the Papa Murphy's Touchdown Contest and celebrate touchdowns like never before. Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville, where touchdowns taste better.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Everyone needs an advocate in the insurance world. Let Lacey Domnick of Shelter Insurance be an advocate for you. With free policy review and quotes, she aims to help you weigh your options. With auto, home, life, and business insurance, Lacey wants you to have a positive and friendly experience. A former Wildcat herself, it is important for Lacey to support the community and Wildcats. Call today to set up an appointment at 816-380-2700 with Lacey.
One of the scariest tasks is taking your car to a mechanic. The best mechanics are in Harrisonville at Colby's Car Clinic. Colby's has expanded his shop and has ASE certified mechanics, the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smooth all year long. Colby's Car Clinic takes the fear out of getting your car fixed. So call Colby today at 816-380-3000 to schedule an appointment or head to the Big Blue Building behind O'Reilly's.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and put 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
First Class Heating and Cooling is your local Trane dealer that you can count on to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Whether you need service right now or an estimate on a new system, give us a call at 816-380-5659. First Class service from your hometown team.
It's hard to stop a train.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all. making sure everyone felt welcome. Sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like butter burgers and fresh frozen custard. Greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
What is one of your most precious commodities? Time. With sports, family, work, and school, time is precious. So why drive hours and waste time to save $20? Shop local and buy your home appliances at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right here in Harrisonville. They deliver, service, issues that arise, all while you're putting money right back into the community. Stop wasting time and think Troby's first when you think of home appliances on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
When you're searching for insurance, call an agent in town that can protect you. Call CPSK for auto, life, renter's boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy you want covered. CPSK Insurance is an auto owner's affiliate, so call and talk to Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. Business coverage is available as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at www.cpskinsurance.com and let your local agents go to work for you.
All right, welcome back. We get set for second half action. Cats lead by a slim 1 point here at the half. And Gary, you know, you're going to have to continue.
But I've been very impressed by his quarterback play. I mean, I enjoy watching quarterbacks, really good quarterbacks play. He's played a very good first half, as well as Mitchell. I mean, Mitchell has played a relatively good half. I mean, he hasn't been helped. He's had some drop balls. Now, Baker caught that wonderful pass, you know, which led to their touchdown down here. But he's had some really good balls that have just gotten dropped. So
yeah, Mitchell, I mean, he's put it on the hands of the receivers 3 or 4 times, and it just flat dropped. You had the one down here. Thankfully, they ended up scoring the Sims drop, and then so we'll see how it goes in the second half. Getting ready to kick off, Ethan Stone kicking it off for the Wildcats. See, it's always fun to see what adjustments the coaches make at the half as we are set for second half action. And here's a little squib kick again up the middle. That high bounce is getting them again, and this one is right into the hands of Conley at about the 24-yard line. Stone, the last 2 times that last bounce has got that high hop like you like on a onside kick. So it'll be first down and 10, ball at their own 24-yard line.
A lot better than the first one that they took all the way back to our 30.
Yes. So here we go. Shotgun formation. Smith with Westfall in the backfield. 2 wide receivers your left. One to your left. In motion from right to left is Conley. Up the middle they go with Smith. Nowhere to go. Cats all over it. Going to bring up a second down and 11 on that one. So second and 11 coming up with 11:44 to go. Good friend of mine over there working the chain gang tonight with Warrensburg, Cody Smith. And I don't think Cody's doing anything tonight. It looks like his arms are crossed at about the first down stick over there. So I'll be like, I thought you actually ran the chain gang. I'll have to give him a hard time after the game.
It's the support that he's giving.
Pistol formation and a handoff again to Smith. And this time he stays on his feet for 15. Make it 17 yards. So a 17-yard run brings up a first and 10 up to the 41-yard line.
And that over doubled his number of yards that he had carried. He had 6 for 14 before that one.
So Wide receiver to your left, 2 to your right. Back off the end on the left side in motion from right to left is Conley. Cuts back to the right. They're going to hand off again to Smith. And Smith stays on his feet for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Phillips, the first one over there on the hit. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Fun at halftime talking to Tanner Forsler, kind of getting that perspective of a couple of people that lived in Harrisonville for a long time and are over in Warrensburg now. And going to be a 2nd down and 7 coming up, 10:22 and counting in the third. Smith next to Westfall in the backfield. In motion with Conley, fake the handoff, and again, fake the handoff to Conley to the outside to Smith, and he is chased down by Phillips first. Finally finished off by Jackson Nicholas and a couple others after a gain of about 6 or 7, 3rd and 2 coming up near midfield.
And they had him corralled and almost tackled with no gain.
5 plays right so far on this drive, Gary? 4
plays, all run.
Yeah, all run after a lot of passing in the first half, 3rd down and 2. But again, lull them to sleep with a run. You can hit them deep with a pass too, and that might be what they're thinking. In motion again, they go with Conley. Handoff this time. No, they fake the handoff to Munsterman, and Westfall keeps it himself and moves the chains into Cat territory down to the Wildcat 48-yard line. 1st and 10 again for Warrensburg. 9:23 to go. I don't understand I don't understand the new rule of when does the clock go and when does it not, because the clock is stopped this time. Now it's rolling.
The referee was trying to get him to start the clock, and they weren't starting.
So here we go. Fake handoff now. Here comes the first pass blitz, and wide open is Munsterman down the seam to the 10, to the house. It's called no. Drug down at the 1-yard line.
Flag up here at the 35. Not sure what that is for.
Munsterman all the way down to the 1-yard line. I thought he was going in for the score. He just ran out of gas at about the 1. I'm going to give him a hard time at practice on Wednesday when I see him. Say, why'd you get chased down from behind?
I'm sorry, that's the 2nd time a flag has been. I'd still like to know what the flag was.
Yeah. So 40-plus yards from Conley to a wide open. That is something that when you blitz, you're open for, and that's a big play. And they blitzed Westfall, and he was able to make them pay with the 40-plus yard pass to a wide open Munsterman. Nowhere to go there. Stacked up at about the 5. Going to bring up 2nd down and goal is Smith. So 8:35 to go. That was a good first down play as they had it all the way down to like the 2. Pushes him back to the 5. Gives the Cats defense a little bit of area to work and maybe makes it a little harder on Warrensburg here. Wide receiver to the near side. And roll out is Westfall, and he cuts back 5. Touchdown, Kobe Westfall. And it's 26-21. Kobe Westfall on the score. So the seesaw battle continues. Warrensburg regains the lead. Extra point coming up. 26-21. An impressive 3-minute, 40-plus second drive, 44-second drive by Warrensburg. Extra point is good, and it's a 6-point lead for the Tigers. We'll be back after this.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest.
8:16 to go here in the third quarter. Warrensburg regains the lead 27-21. Impressive drive by Warrensburg. Big conversion from Westfall to Munsterman on that drive down the seam. Warrensburg gambled and blitzed, and it left Munsterman wide open over the middle. Though I will give him a hard time this week about getting chased down from behind when he had a chance for a touchdown.
That drive summary, 76 yards, 8 plays, 3 minutes and 45 seconds, culminated by the Westfall 5-yard touchdown run, making the score Warrensburg 27, your Harrisonville Wildcats 21.
We'll wait the kick here. And another kick drilled into the end zone, and it'll be 1st and 10 Cats from their own 20-yard line. There's a flag. How you got a flag on a touchback? just curious. You don't see that very often. So if Harrisonville gets a flag on, this is not going to be a good flag.
What's the hold? Yep, blocking the back.
Yeah, that is something you don't want to see. That's going to put you back at your own 10. You're already going to be at your own 20. He's kicked it in the end zone every time. I don't know why you're trying to block in the back. So 1st and 10 from their own 10, and these are the situations Harrisonville got to get out of the depths of their own end zone, get a good drive put together here.
Well, they started on the 15 the last drive. They got a touchdown, so maybe it's a good sign.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. They're going to go down the sideline. Incomplete, intended for Eli Baker. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Outstanding coverage for the Tigers by number 45, Ben Florida. 2nd and 10.
So it brings up 2nd down and 10.
At the 10-yard line.
So 8:10 to go here in the third.
2nd down.
Under center this time. Lone back. Looks like that's Phillips back there. It is. And they're going to go up the middle. And on his horse, to the house he goes.
That's
for
not
90
Phillips.
yards. No, it wasn't.
Oh.
That is Reynolds. But Phillips was in the backfield. I think Reynolds came off the end on that one. And as soon as I saw him through the middle, the old adage, he gone. And he was gone for 90
and
yards.
that just doubled his total. He had 89 before that one. Now he's got 179.
So 90-yard touchdown run. And with 7:58 to go, the Cats tied it up at 27 apiece. Extra point coming up, and the Cats look like they're going to go for 2 again here. They must see something on tape with the short yardage they like to go for 2 again in this situation tied up.
Same play, it looks like.
And this time they're going to give it to Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to not quite get there. So that one doesn't count, and we're tied at 27 apiece with 7:58 to go in the third quarter. Remember, when the Cats score, you score. Donna Woolry, you have won some free pizza. You'll be getting a text with some free pizza here in no time from Jerry Forstler. We'll be back after this.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling provides quality services and amazing products from Carrier. Always going the extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at optimal levels. Sherwood Heating and Cooling wants your family to be as comfortable as their own. Products come with warranties and service checkups by trained technicians that give you peace of mind. Call and schedule an appointment at 816-862-6610.
All right. right, welcome back. 7:58 to go here in.
While you watch that, I'll give the scoring play 15 seconds. That incomplete pass, and then obviously sprint by Reynolds, a 90-yard touchdown play or 90-yard touchdown run, made the score 27-27.
That one is scooped up at about the 30 by Warrensburg, near side and out of bounds. And it'll bring up a first down and 10 for Warrensburg. Let's see what they call here. So, see, here's the thing. I didn't see Reynolds back there. He was in front of, I couldn't see from my vantage point, and Reynolds was in the backfield in the split back, and he just got it, beat the first two, and then nobody was catching him.
You know, a lot of times he scoots up. When he sees something, he scoots up to the line so he can get that crease immediately, and I think that's probably what happened.
Yeah, so I did not see that. That's why I wanted to go back and watch that. They're going to go over the middle.
Oh, intercepted!
And the catch, Phillips, down the sideline he goes. Is he going to take it to the house?
Oh, yes, he
did. Wildcats, pick six, Brandon Phillips, and the tables have turned quickly. They went back over the middle that time. Westfall did not see Phillips, peeked in there, and a return for a touchdown, and it's 33-27, and the Cats trying to add to it here, so that's a big momentum change in the game.
And Westfall got leveled on that. He was getting ready to try to get in a tackle, and I didn't see who he got leveled by.
You were excited. I was like, something happened. And the kick is up. Good. The kick is good. When the Wildcats score, you score free pizza. The winner, Eva Lowe. You have won some free pizza. Be looking for your information for your free pizza. Eva Lowe, you've scored free pizza while the Wildcats score. We'll be back after this.
At Signature Will and Trust, owner and managing attorney Danielle Scavuzzo and attorneys Salvatore Scavuzzo and Brendan Barker tailor estate plans to fit your individual and family needs. A properly executed estate plan protects you and your loved ones in the event of your incapacity or death. Now is the time to call and schedule an appointment for a free consultation with Signature Will and Trust at 816-237-8555. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
All right, welcome back. 7:42 to go here in the third. The Cats strike twice within about 10 seconds of each other. First play after the touchdown run of 90 yards by Nate Reynolds is a interception return for a touchdown by Brandon Phillips. And the Cats lead by 7, 34-27. And the kickoff coming. Little squibber bounces high and taken. And the Cats, all of a sudden, Cats laying a little bit of wood, Gary, and it's almost like they woke up.
They're feeling it.
They feel it now. And we talked about it. What would it take? We've been talking about the topping off of the top, popping the top on Nate Reynolds. However I want to say that.
Well, if you remember, in the last several years, with Nate, and whenever he had some of those games, and you mentioned that, I don't know if it was at halftime or if it was before halftime, yes, and sometimes that lights that fire, and that's what Harrisonville's needed. They have not had that spark. Now, there's a lot of game left, and there's an excellent good team in red that's right below us, so we're not saying anything, but I tell you what, it seems like Harrisonville's got the momentum now, and they need to keep it. They don't need to make any mistakes. They need to keep the momentum and keep the train rolling down the track.
Yes, and Kobe Westfall, you raised a quarterback. You know how it goes. You got to have short-term memory. You just got to shake that one off and go back to work if you're Warrensburg. So we'll see how they respond, see how Kobe Westfall responds to the pick six here, and see if he got his bell rung a little bit. If he may have a little bit of cobwebs after.
Well, remember in that first game that he played, he got a concussion, so you're more susceptible this close to the last one.
So here we go, 7:39, and they're going to hand off up the middle for Smith, and he's got a first down to midfield, and that will change. That will. All right, welcome back. 7:22. Sorry, I say welcome back. I was having problems with my ear. Welcoming myself back. One of the ears was not working there, and it started working on me. So pistol formation this time. 2 wide receivers to the left. Handoff again to Smith, and Smith gets past midfield and a couple more. Host of blue hats on top of him, including Jackson Nicholas and others. Brings up a second down and about 7 with 6:45 to go, or 6:52 to go in the third quarter. So second down coming up. Try to run down some scores for you here in this third quarter if we can get some of our scores. And Westfall going to let this one go for that was an amazing catch by Munsterman. He kind of went over the top, grabbed it, and I was trying to figure out what was going on there. He did haul it in. Another long gain from Westfall to Munsterman with 6:17 to go here in the third quarter. So big play after big play by both of these teams, Gary. And now they're going to throw it into the corner. Overthrows his intended target on first and goal. Brings up second down and goal.
Munsterman has 2 receptions, one for 37 yards, one for 47 yards, both of them to that towards that end zone.
And that one was that was a good play by Munsterman there. Just kind of reached up and was able to get it. So second down and goal coming up for the Tigers. They're in business again. Both teams throwing haymakers at each other at this point. In motion, Conley goes back to that side. Up the middle, they go nowhere to go. And that was Munsterman. Brings up third down and goal at about the 9-yard line.
Jackson Nicholas on the stop for Harrisonville.
Tristan Blue checks into the game. So you got Conley, Carmen on the near side, and Blue, which leaves Smith Taylor on the left side by himself. Shotgun formation on third down and goal. Conley looking, and they're going to throw backside screen for Conley, and he is hammered at the 1-yard line.
Pass is complete to Clint Conley.
That was Phillips.
Of the goal line.
What a hit right there. So it'll be fourth down at about the 2. So fourth and goal coming up. Just outside the 1-yard line on this one. Conley off the end. Munsterman with Westfall in the backfield on fourth and goal. And into the end zone for 6 is Kobe Westfall. And it's 34-33. Extra point coming up. So Westfall able to scoot one in. The Henry extra point coming up. Chance to tie this game up at 34 apiece. Kick is up. Kick is good. And we go to another break. 34-34. Back and forth they go.
Third quarter, we are tied at 34.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
First Class Heating and Cooling is your local Trane dealer that you can count on to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Whether you need service right now or an estimate on a new system, give us a call at 816-380-5659. First Class service from your hometown team.
It's hard to stop a train.
All right, scores from the MRVC. Pleasant Hill all over Clinton, 39-6. The other big game in the conference tonight, Oak Grove and Odessa. Odessa leads Oak Grove 24-10 in that one. So
you mentioned that the one team we hadn't really talked about it when we were talking about people was Odessa, and there they are.
And then Christ Prep Academy leads 14-6 over Center. And that is the first kick not into the end zone, picked up by Lawful at about the 20 to the 25, and he stays on his feet to about the 28-yard line. Not many chances for a Sonic kick return tonight for the Wildcats. That one is up to at the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats, and this is where Nate Reynolds puts in work. Late in the game, you've worn the other team down a little bit, and he's like that Energizer Bunny, just keeps on rolling just outside of 200 yards on the night for Reynolds. He's over on that far side, split backs in the backfield. I said I didn't see a second back there earlier. This time, first guy through is Phillips for 7, make it 6. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Cats with 4:13 to go here in the third quarter.
2nd down, now 2nd and 4 for Harrisonville at their own 35.
So Cats have it on their own side of the field with 2nd down and 4. Way out here to the near side is Lawful. Split backs. Hand it through to Reynolds, and Reynolds carries 5 or 6 Warrensburg defenders all the way up close to a first down. See if they give it to him or not. Gonna whistle.
Initial tackle for the Tigers by number 8, Trey Murphy.
Maybe they're gonna mark and measure here. It is gonna be close. So officials timeout. They're going to bring it out and measure. So it's either going to be a 1st and 10 or a 3rd and short.
Officials timeout. Looks like to measure.
So 3:30 to go here in a back and forth battle, tied up in this one. Can't see them where they're measuring here with our vantage point. And it is a Wildcat first down.
That is just the Cats' first down of the half.
Don't need first downs when you have 90-yard touchdowns.
That is true, compared to 5 first downs for Warrensburg.
So a first down. That is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Reynolds in the backfield alongside Mitchell. 2 wide receivers left side, 1 to the right. And they're going to fake the handoff. Keep it himself is Mitchell. He's going to go down the far sideline and out of bounds after a quick 8-yard gain. Make it 9. So 9 yards for Mitchell brings up 2nd down and 1. With 3:09 to go here in the third.
9 carries for 50 yards for Mitchell.
It has been a smart 50.
It has been.
You know, he's known when to run it, not when to run it. It's been good for him. So 2nd down and a yard. Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right. 2 to the left, to the right. Back in the backfield is Reynolds. 3rd and short. He's through.
There he is
and
again.
there he is again.
He's
on his horse. Touchdown, Nate Reynolds.
48 yards. That puts him over 200.
To the house, Nate Reynolds.
If you noticed, if you go back and look at it, he moves up close to the line. When he's he'll move up.
He leaned, yeah, he did, and he saw something, and he got through that first, and he was gone. Another long touchdown run by Reynolds, and it's 40-34. Extra point coming up. Cat's going to go for 2 again. Start trying to make Warrensburg chase those points. So here we go. That same look. This time they're going to throw it to throw it to Phillips, incomplete. Only lead by 6. When the Wildcats score, you score free pizza. Glenn Wright, you won some free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Be looking for a text from Mr. Forschler. Hopefully Jerry hasn't ran out of names. That's kind of like the Chiefs running out of fireworks a couple of years ago as they go back and forth.
Take the struggle of making homemade pizza out of the equation. Go see Marshall and Stephanie Hamilton, the new owners of Harrisonville Papa Murphy's, and let them do the prep work. Daily specials, new calzones, fresh sides, creative fundraising, and limited time pizzas. There's something for the whole family. Don't forget win or lose discounts every Saturday after the game on your order or $20 or more. Simply type Cats 50 after a win or Cats 25 after a loss and save big with Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville.
All right, 2:33 to go here in the back and forth battle. It's a 6-point game. Ball bounces down to Warrensburg. They're going to take it all the way up to about the 44-yard line. Zach Bond, the return. Oh, actually, that was KJ Hale. Thought it was 22, not 20. So 1st and 10, Warrensburg up at the 46-yard line.
That scoring drive was a 4-play, took 2 minutes, total of 71 yards with the 48-yard touchdown run by Reynolds. Extra point, no good.
So 2:29 to go here in pistol formation. Handoff to Smith. He's going to get about 4. I think they thought there was a false start, which it kind of looked like, and then they just stood there and didn't call it. So, and I think that was maybe Smith Taylor on the end. So Carmen and Connolly head out to the left side, near side Smith Taylor. Off the end, you're going to go in motion with Conley. They're going to fake the handoff. Now keep it himself. I think that might have been a broken play as Smith, looking back at his play sheet, brings up a 3rd down and 4 here with 1:40 to go. 3rd down and 4. Only chance that Harrisonville Warrensburg would have to play again would be if they both won districts, because they are in different districts this year. I have to go look at that. I'm pretty sure they're in different districts. So here we go. Westfall on 3rd down, chased out of the pocket, throws in the flats, complete for Conley for a 1st down. Conley always in the right place, right time. He just continues to rack up. He's kind of like the workhorse on their offense, but as a receiver.
It's Tony Gonzalez is what, or Travis Kelsey or Tony Gonzalez, either one. For Westfall, I mean, he's there. He makes himself known, obviously, and that's 150 yards for him. He's only had 2 misses. The rest of them are catches. So
Carmen, there's trips over to the left side, and that's where Westfall's looking, and he's chased out of the pocket, stays on his feet. Unbelievable athletic ability by Westfall. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Kobe Westfall just making things happen with his feet. So brings up a 1st down and 10. 40-34. Timeout Harrisonville with 50 seconds to go in the third. We'll take a timeout as well. Cats lead by 6, but Warrensburg knocking on the door again.
New logo, new colors, new app, and a new online banking platform. There may be a lot of new at Sherwood Community Bank, but one thing remains the same: community. Serving the area with 4 convenient locations, Sherwood is still your community bank. Come see what it's like to be part of the community with a new account. The small town bank with big city convenience. Sherwood Community Bank, your community bank.
Welcome back. 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Warrensburg knocking on the door. So 50.7. Harrisonville calls a timeout. Not when you want to burn a timeout late third quarter, though. In this back and forth battle, you're going to need those timeouts late in the game, Gary.
Oh, absolutely. Conley's got 11 catches for 150 yards. Westfall's got 10 carries for 69. But those 69, just like you said with Mitchell, those 69 yards are good 69 yards that he was able to get out of tackles and sacks and make something happen, get a first down.
I mean, I don't know how that he did not get sacked on that last one. There was 3 white shirts back there, and he just weaved through traffic. His pocket awareness is so good for just a junior in high school.
Oh, absolutely.
3 wide receivers near side, 2 to the right, empty backfield. Westfall looking to throw over the middle. Has his man Blue inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. First and 10, Warrensburg down to the 7-yard line. I'm going to say it because it's not going to happen, but we've probably got 2 more plays here in the third quarter. Clock rolls here. Munsterman back there with Westfall. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Westfall looking to throw, rolls out of the pocket, finds his guy wide open for a touchdown. Ryan Munsterman. And it is 40-40 with 15 seconds to go here in the third. Big extra point coming up after the miss. 2-point conversion by the Cats. So we await the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. And Warrensburg leads 41-40 with 15 seconds to go in the third. We'll be right back.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
15 seconds to go here, third quarter. And we went to a football game and a basketball game broke out. 41-40 with just 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. And we still got another quarter of football to be played.
And I'm going to run out of area on my stat sheet. That real quickly, that touchdown summary, that drive summaries, 6 plays, 56 yards, took 2 minutes and 15 seconds, culminated by the Westfall to Munsterman 7-yard touchdown pass reception. Extra point good, score 41-40, Warrensburg over your Harrisonville Wildcats.
Well, and I'm sure Papa Murphy's of Harrisonville is glad we're not giving away pizza on every touchdown. They'd have been giving away 12 pizzas already. And that one's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cats take over on their own 20 with 15 seconds to go here in the third. So 40-1, 40 is the score. Cats with the ball. So Ball on the 20. Going to go shotgun. 2 backs with Mitchell in the backfield on 1st and 10. And Mitchell looking at that option run. Pitches it back. No. Keeps it. And out of bounds on the far side with 7 seconds to go. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter. So 3 quarters in the books. We'll go to the 4th. We got plenty of football left to be played. We'll be back after this.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
All right, welcome back. It is 12 minutes on the clock, and we have a ball game, Gary.
That we do. That's probably not going to be over until 10 o'clock. I mean, it's gonna be a fun game. I mean, obviously,
I want a Lee Summit West
daily 5 or 6 overtimes,
76-70 final score. This is one of those games you don't want to end as a broadcaster. It's been a fun,
it has been
back and forth battle. Both teams throwing haymakers. Want to give us a shout out. 3rd quarter, the winner of our tumbler is D. Moorfield, and the cap is Tracy Wooten. Get with Jerry Forsler. He will get you those. So split back veer up the middle they go with Phillips this time, and he runs through traffic for a gain of 11, and it brings up a 1st down and 10. Just a battle of wills at this point. Harrisonville is going to say, we're going to run it, and we're going to make you stop us. And Warrensburg says, we're going to pass it, and we're going to make you stop us. So who stops who first? 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line for the Wildcats with 11:50 to go.
Somebody just fell in our huddle. I think they got a cramp is the way it looked like, because they started grabbing their leg, but I'm not sure who fell. I'm trying to see who's still standing. Yep, they're straightening out the leg, so obviously whoever it is going out. I don't know if that's going to be Phillips. I don't. Okay, so we know it's not Reynolds. We know it's not Mitchell.
I think it's Phillips.
It is Phillips.
Still standing. Isn't that a Elton John song?
It is. And then one of the 4 tees, we had one on obviously halftime. One of the other 4 tees in the background just hit me in the back and told me it was a 1 and a 7, so it means it's 17. So it is Phillips.
And then, I mean, we've got basically half of the tees here.
I told him that I wanted to get all 4. I wanted him to get all 4 of the 4 tees in here with Dad sometime and interview him.
Yes, absolutely. That'd be fun.
So obviously Tucker's back here with us, and Tanner was with us at halftime.
And Mama Tees is here.
Mama Tees is here. Absolutely.
Papa Tees is here. And they're going to get Brandon Phillips off the field.
I'm not going to go through your family tree again because I'll make a mistake and say the wrong name. I won't ever forget Collins. I'm sorry.
Kins. You could have played that off a little bit better. You could have said Kins, Collins.
Yeah.
You ain't never going to live that one down.
I know I'm not going to live that one down.
You know, she is here tonight. She may chase you down and find you.
Well, I've seen her. She didn't chase me down yet. So
1st and 10, ball.
She's a gracious girl, I'll tell you. So
on the 31, 2 wide receivers, your left, 2 your right. Single back is Reynolds with Mitchell on 1st and 10. In motion, they're going to go with Lawful. They're going to take the handoff to Lawful out of the pocket, and Mitchell unloads down the field, incomplete. Good defense by Warrensburg brings up 2nd down and 10. So Ben Florida on the reception.
At their 31-yard line.
Again, Cats have gone away a little bit from those short passes. It's either been runs or long passes.
And both, even the one Baker caught at the end of the second half or second quarter, there was 2 receivers in the same area, just like that one.
So 2nd and 10. They're going to fake the handoff. And
good pull.
Mitchell pulls it near side, going to get almost enough for a first down. They're going to call him out all the way back at the 38, 37 maybe. So not as much as I thought he was going to get there. So 7 yards. So brings up 3rd down for the Cats with 11:17 to go here in the 4th. I've stopped trying to figure out when the clock starts and stops anymore. I didn't think it stopped on an out-of-bounds run except for like under 5 minutes, and then I thought it didn't start, and it's driving me nuts tonight. So up to the line of scrimmage they go. They're going to have to hurry with 3 seconds on the play clock. And Reynolds going to get the snap back and to the outside, down the sideline. Stays in bounds. 1st and 10. That's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. All the way down to the 48 of Warrensburg. That's another giant.
15 yards, 246 total so far.
So 246 yards. That was a 15-yard carry on how many carries, Gary?
18.
18 carries, 246. You'll take that. So
nice average.
Yes. So up to the line of scrimmage he goes. Mitchell going to get 2 backs in the backfield this time.
Reynolds.
And Reynolds going to take the handoff, breaks the initial tackle, and then falls forward for a gain of about 3. So we're going to mark it for 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. 10:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Back and forth battle they go. So 2nd and 8 coming up. 10:17 to go. 4th quarter. Mitchell has Reynolds with him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers near side, 2 to the far side on 2nd and 8. And Mitchell going to fake, look to throw. He's going to wind up and chuck it deep down the sideline, incomplete. And brings up 3rd down and 8.
We'll bring up a 3rd down now.
Maybe go for that on a 2nd down because you're going to go 4 down territory.
I don't think you have any choice at this point in time to go to, because, I mean, your defense hasn't shown that you're going to be able to stop them. Understandably, they've got a good offense. So you've got to score every time you get the ball, and you've got to try.
Well, we'll go over this scenario after 3rd down. I want to talk to you about it. It's something that I would always do, but Phillips back in there, 2 wide receivers near side. Lone back is Reynolds. Looking for Reynolds in the flats. They're going to throw it down the sideline.
Caught it. What a catch by Sims.
Sims gets the catch on the sideline. That'll be close. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. So 4th down coming up.
At the Tiger 48. 4th down.
And the Cats leaving their offense on the field with 9:52 to go in this one. Ball down to the 46-yard line. 4th and about 7. Split backs in the backfield. And a whistle and a timeout called. And Coach Cavanaugh saw the veer, wanted to talk it over. And
just like you said last time, they should come out in a different formation this time, because Warrensburg is going to actually play their defense towards the formation they just saw.
So I'm going to tell you, last week, 4th and 8 in the 4th quarter, short side of the field. You're about middle of the field here. They came this way on a 4th and 8. And they were in triple option. They faked the handoff up the middle, came to the outside with Mitchell, and then they tried to pitch it back to Reynolds, and there was nothing doing. Are they going to – I wonder if that's what Coach Kavanaugh was like, wait, this is what they did on a 4th and 8 last week. This is what we want to talk about. So I'll be interested to see what they do on 4th down and if Harrisonville changes their mind. What I was going to say is, Gary, Warrensburg's up 1. They score a touchdown. They're up 7. Do you go for 2?
I don't.
When you're up 7, do you go 2 or do you just kick the extra point?
I kick the extra point and go up 8 and make them, because then it's going to be at least a tie.
But
they're going to punt. But I'm telling you, they better. Well, they're not sending anybody back, so they're not going to let Reynolds run this one.
And Reynolds has made them pay in the past. And he's going to kick it off the end of his foot. And it's going to roll inside the 15 to about the 12.
Reynolds' punt is down at about the 12 or 13-yard line.
So now Warrensburg is going to get a shot up by 1 with 9:44 to go here in the 4th. And Gary, it's one of those situations.
From the 13-yard line. First down.
Kavanaugh made Maxwell blink. They were going to go for it. Kavanaugh called the timeout, and they decided to punt instead. We'll see what that part of the game ends up being for the Cats, if it was a good move or a bad move. Shotgun formation. They'll fake the handoff over the middle. They go complete for Smith-Taylor for a gain of about 7. 9:30 to go.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. Bring up a second.
So 9-yard gain.
For the Tigers.
So 2nd and a yard. Two wide receivers, left side. One to the right, back off the end. They're going to hand off for Smith, and he goes nowhere. And he's going to maybe even lose half a yard. Going to bring up 3rd down and short. So 3rd down coming up.
On the stop for Harrisonville. It is 3rd and short. Ball resting.
So 8:40 to go here, 4th quarter. 41-40 your score.
On the 22-yard line, 3rd down.
And they're going to fake the handoff. Westfall going to roll out. Sacked in the backfield. That was a big play there by the Wildcats. Case Melzer, I believe, on the sack.
Ross is back to the 15-yard line, so bring up a 4th down.
So big play by the Harrisonville defense. That's the first time I think they've got to Westfall all night. 2nd sack of the night. Oh, yeah, they had the in the grasp that they ended up calling or lost it down basically as a sack. So 7:52 to go. Henry stands at his own goal line. See if he can uncork one here. High punt, and it rolls inside the 40, inside the 30. Picked up by the Wildcats down the sideline by Baker and out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So Cats will have it down 1, 7:34 to go, 4th quarter. Ball at their own 39-yard line.
9-yard line. The 1st and 10, Harrisonville from their 39.
So ball on their own 39.
So I would say now maybe that they made the right choice. You never know what they would have done on that 3rd and 8 or the 4th and 8 if they would have been 7, if they'd have got it or not.
It's the old adage, that's why we're in the booth and they're on the field.
Absolutely.
1st and 10, ball at their own 39. Single back set with Reynolds. And he's going to squirt through, and he's on his horse to the 50, to the 40. You're not going to catch him.
Ain't catching
him. To the house.
Touchdown. One play.
Nate Reynolds, no flag, 61 yards. Nate Reynolds, touchdown run, 7:24 to go here in the 4th, 46-41. So
309 yards on 20 carries.
309. He may need to break his brother's record of over 400 yards in
tonight,
a game
absolutely.
to win this game. You always say you don't get a lot of shots at those 300 or 400-yard games unless you're in a close game. And over 300 yards rushing for Reynolds on the night. 7:24 to go. 2-point conversion coming up. Same look. And a whistle and a false start. So 46-41 the score. So 7:24 to go here. Fourth quarter. Pushes it back to the
8-yard line for the extra point attempt.
So we're going to try it again from 8 yards out. Up by 5, 46-41. Fake, throw, end zone, incomplete. Knocked away, and it's 46-41, 7:24 to go. When the Wildcats win, you win, and I don't know where. When the Wildcats score, you score. So when we get to Jerry Forschler, we'll get that when we come back.
Hey everyone, Cody here with Aikens PC Repair, the exclusive computer repair company for 4Ts. Slow computer got you down? We offer virus removal and hardware repair to get you back in action. And with our antivirus software, we can help prevent future infections. Check us out today at 105 East Mechanic Street in historic downtown Harrisonville.
Welcome back. 46-41, a 5-point Wildcat lead with 7:24 to go. And I'm going to tell you right now, that lead is not safe.
No, it's not. And I'm going to have to go to a second page if it doesn't, if things don't change.
So it's been a back and forth battle, a fun battle here in Warrensburg. Nate Reynolds has broken out of his shell here tonight.
20 for Nate, 20 carries, 309 yards. For Mitchell, 11 carries, 60 yards. Phillips has got 6 carries for 34. And Baker has 3 catches for 56 yards. Obviously for Conley, he's leading the way for them, 150 yards on receptions.
Squib kick picked up in the backfield about the 25 to the near side. Up the side they go and up to about the 35-yard line. 15.45 yards to carry for Reynolds tonight. And we got another player slow to get up. Gets up on his own. Cruz Villegas was the returner, and he was the one slow to get up. So it'll be 1st and 10, 36-yard line. We have water break. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Matt with the Red Barn Ranch just north of Harrisonville, Missouri. As a fourth-generation farmer, it was important for me to be able to share our farm experience with the rest of the community. We opened Red Barn Ranch to provide just that, someplace that people can come and experience the farm and walk around and have a good time and make lifelong memories. Red Barn Ranch has grown over the last 9 years from just solely a pumpkin patch to a full farm experience. We've got rides, slides, attractions of all kinds, food, a bar, and a little bit of everything. We'd love for you guys to come see us in person. We're located just 2 miles north of Harrisonville. For more information, you can check us out on Google, Facebook, or redbarnranch.farm. We'll see you at the patch.
All right, welcome back. Shotgun formation. Warrensburg has it 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Handoff to Smith. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. And it'll bring up 2nd down for the Tigers with 7:10 to go here in this one. And we're going to be the only show in town before long. I'm just looking through these scores. It's like final. It is almost 9:40 already. Oh, quick Cliff Woolery. It looks like Watery. Thank you. Woolery.
That's the first class.
Okay. Cliff Woolery with free pizza. So when the Cats score, you score. Here's a problem, though, as this one goes deep downfield, incomplete. Good defense by the Cats, brings up 3rd and 10. We're out of pizza. I think we're out of people to give free pizza. That means you're not going to Papa Murphy's enough. Go to Papa Murphy's and eat get some signed up for some free pizza at Papa Murphy's. I'm just going to start calling people's names. Maybe you can sign up.
This would be a big stop.
Huge stop here.
Not only would they have
9.
the lead by 5, but then they would be able to have 6 minutes left. They would be able to run some off the clock. If they could score, that would pick it a 2-score game. But they're going to have to make a stop here.
2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation for Westfall. Westfall out of the pocket. Saw the pocket collapse and just gets on his horse. Down the sideline he goes to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Kobe Westfall with a huge run down to the 12. 1st and 10 from the 12. Gary's going to do the math on that one. If you haven't heard Gary much tonight, it's because he's about out of lead and paper.
51 yards. 3rd and 9, 51 yards.
It almost reminds you of Pat Mahomes. It's like 3rd and long. You're like, okay, they're going to get out of here on this. And then Westfall, boom, 50 yards. And
113 yards total for him.
And now Westfall to throw. Throws it over the middle. Complete to Blue, but right about the sticks. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 with 6:15 and counting in this one. So back and forth they go. This is one of those fun games.
No gain on the play. They're 2nd and 10 now. 2nd and 10 for the
So 2nd and 10. Second and 10 coming up. Westfall in the shotgun has Smith with him in the backfield. They're going to go in motion with Conley from far side of the near. Smith gets it back to the 10. Gets a couple, and that's about it. Maybe falls forward for another yard, or they're going to say he was dead at the 10 with 5:30 to go, 4th quarter. A 5-point game and a 3rd down and 8 coming up. You know, here's the thing, too. I mean, depends on how much Coach Cavanaugh believes in his defense right now in this game. On 3rd down, you have 15 seconds on the play clock. And they're going to have to hurry here. You kick a field goal here, you're only down 2, but you got to get the stop. So 46-41 in motion. And they're going to go backside handoff. Nowhere to go to Conley, and it'll be 4th down and 8 from the 8. And clock will roll here.
He's down to the 9-yard line, and it's 4th down now for the Tigers. 4th and 7.
So 4th and 7 coming up, and it looks like Warrensburg's going to elect to go for it here with 4:28 to go. They had 2 timeouts left. It's a tall task, but the way Nate Reynolds is running the football as well, you probably want to go for it here. So 4th down play, big play in the ball game. Westfall, back shoulder throw, no, incomplete. Cats will take over on their own 10-yard line.
Harrisonville will take over on down.
So 4:08 to go. Still time for Warrensburg, but they've got to get a stop here, down by 5.
Instead of getting a ride or being picked up, get your phone out, call your parents or whoever's going to provide the ride.
So ball at the own 9 for Harrisonville here with 4:08 to go in the 4th.
That would be the north parking lot.
To the line of scrimmage they go.
1st down, Harrisonville from the 9.
Lone back in the backfield is Reynolds, right behind Mitchell in the shotgun. Mitchell going to fake the handoff, going to keep it himself. He's got a lane to the 15, cuts back 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, sideline 50 and out of bounds all the way down to the 46-yard line. So
45 yards.
45
that
yards.
puts him over 100.
46-yard line.
First down.
First down up to the 46 of Warrensburg.
The students that are going to be needing a ride home, get your phone out, call your parents or your ride, and have them
So Christ Prep Academy beats Center 14-12. Pleasant Hill leading 53-12 over Clinton. Here we go. Up. Reynolds spins out of one tackle, stays on his feet, still on his feet, still barrels forward, all the way up for 9 yards. Going to bring up second down and 1. Nate Reynolds with over 300 and almost 20 yards on the night. So Cats just running clock here with 3:30 to go. Warrensburg defense needs a big play.
And Warrensburg only has 2 timeouts, so no mistakes here by the Cats. Make them use their timeouts here and still continue to get first downs.
Odessa beat Oak Grove 24-10 tonight.
Harrisonville calls a timeout, and that's our second of the half.
So Harrisonville calls a timeout with 3:15 to go. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 46-41, 3:15 to go in a fun one.
Church & DeWitt is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500, comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdewhite.com and click on Careers.
3:15 to go, fourth quarter, 2nd and 1 coming up.
And I was just reminded by one of the 4 T's, that's the Tucker of the T's, that Reynolds kind of reminds you of the Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. I'm a big Christian McCaffrey fan. He's a good player, good athlete, and came on to the NFL by storm, and haven't heard much with him this year, but Reynolds is looking good. I mean, he's got 21 carries, 318 yards, and he's kind of put him on the back. We talked about that in the pregame. Maybe he's been pressing a little bit because he has had him on their back. They needed to get up on the top of that hill so they could start rolling down the hill, and I think they're there now, but still with 3 minutes and 15 seconds, this game ain't over yet.
Not at all. So split back.
He's up close to the line.
And I'm assuring you he's probably going to get the handoff here with 17 seconds to go. And he does. Right through the middle he goes for a quick 6 yards and a first down and 3:12 to go. Now Warrensburg will use a timeout. Well, the whistle blew. I thought they were going to. No.
That's a first down. That's only the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only the 5th first down of the half.
So 3:05 to go in Harrisonville.
Now just let her run. Get about 5, 6, 7, 8. Better you get 9 yards, 9.5 yards on this, and make them call a timeout.
Then the thought process is just score.
Well, the thing, yeah. If you can score, that's even better because it's then be a 2-possession game.
So up to the line of scrimmage they go. Reynolds and Phillips in the backfield. They're going to hand off to Reynolds, and he stays on his feet. He's inside the 10.
Oh, he's going.
And he's going to the
I'm sorry.
Nate Reynolds stays on his feet from how far out?
31 yards.
31 yards. How many touchdowns do you have now?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes 6.
6-pack of touchdowns for Nate Reynolds tonight in
354 yards.
354 yards, 6 touchdowns. I'd take that stat line. So 2:27 to go. 52-41. 2-point conversion would make it a 13-point game. And there's a pass. 2 points. Good.
To
far side.
Who caught that? I couldn't tell.
I think it's Baker. Yeah, that was Baker on the far side. 2-point conversion. So 2:27 to go. 54-41. We'll be back after this.
Ready to upgrade your patio for those football watch parties? Call Ethan Young with 2-3 Construction Services to get started today. He can create a fun patio area complete with a fire pit in case it gets a bit chilly for one of those Wildcat or Chiefs fall nights. If a new driveway or floor for the shop is part of your upgrade, he will help you there as well. Call Ethan today at 816-533-2119 and 2-3 Construction Services to work for you.
All right, 2:27 to go, 54-41. And when the Wildcats score, you score. Free pizza from Papa Murphy's. Stephanie Chapman, you got free pizza coming from Papa Murphy's. Papa Murphy's is going to be busy this week. And Wildcat fans, I'd get to Papa Murphy's and get signed up as the Cats' offense has come alive.
And that was only a 5-play, but took 2:30 off the clock. We'll run this first.
Conley up to the 31.
2:30 off the clock, but that drive started after we stopped them on the 9-yard line, a 91-yard drive.
2 plays on that drive that I remember. You got the scramble or the pull by Mitchell for 45 yards, and then you had the big 31-yard touchdown run. So Reynolds with over 350 yards, Mitchell with over 100 yards, 450 yards rushing for the Cats here tonight. 2:23 to go in this one. They lead at 54-41. Shotgun for Westfall. Throws it in the flats. Open Conley. He's going to have a first down. Clock will stop. Got to hurry. If you're Warrensburg, up 2:17 to go. Ball up to the 45-yard line. Going to have to score and get an onside kick. Shotgun formation. And here's Westfall looking again over the middle. Has Conley again for another first down up to the 45-yard line. Clock stops. Chains move. You won't hear Gary on this drive. I'm going to assure you on that one. Another 11-yard reception. Shotgun formation again. Westfall. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's on his feet inside the 30 to the 20. Out of bounds. They're going to say he stepped out at the 22-yard line with 1:58 to go. 54-41. Warrensburg still got 2 timeouts left, too, with 1:58 to go. They score. It's going to get interesting, Gary. The 1st and 10, ball down to the 23-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers set. Westfall going to roll out. He's got his man on the far side. Conley out of bounds for a gain of 17. They're going to mark him at the 5. Wildcat down. We got a timeout. Officials timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 1:51 to go. Warrensburg knocking on the door. 54-41. We'll be back.
It always seems to happen. We buy new tires and a week later we run over our nail. Not a problem when you have purchased your tires at Young's Tire and Wheel Center. You get the free flat repair for the life of your tires. On a budget, Young's has the best selection of new and used tires to save a little extra money. When the time comes for new tires, stop at the shop 4T's Trust to keep them rolling down the highway. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. 1:51 to go, 4th quarter. 54-41. Warrensburg knocking on the door. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Conley and Westfall got to be close to 200 yards together tonight.
190 for Conley receptions. Westfall's got 136 rushing, so 190, 290, 326 just between the two of them.
So here we go. Westfall end zone. Incomplete. Almost picked off, but incomplete brings up 2nd down and goal with 1:49 to go. So game not over yet here with 1:49 to go. Warrensburg knocking on the door. What do you have Nate for tonight?
Nate, 354 on 23 carries.
He had 348 last year on 17 carries. That from Brett Jones. And I didn't get to see him the last 3 games of the year last year. We'll talk about it after this play on 2nd and goal. Westfall going to roll out, throws it, and it is down at the 1. They may have to burn a timeout here. They're going to have to hurry.
Couldn't see who caught that.
Conley again.
No, 0.
Oh, no, 0. It was Smith Taylor. And they're going to hand off. Nope, Westfall can't get it. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going to have to call a timeout now with 1:20 to go, I think. Now they do call the timeout. So it'll be 4th and goal. Melzer again. So 54-41 with 1:20 to go.
So they've got 1 timeout left. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They got 1 timeout left. It's fourth and goal from the 6, it looks like. It's hard for me to see from up here. This is the game for them, in my opinion, because if they don't score, the game is over. They can't stop the clock but 1 time. So 40 seconds obviously tells you with 1:20 left.
Unless you get the onside kick.
Well, if they get the touchdown, yeah.
Yes.
If they get the touchdown, they can stop the clock once. That sack right there made a huge difference because it made him get rid of one of their timeouts that was left.
So 1:20 to go, 54-41. We talked about missed opportunities for the Wildcats this first three games of the year. Warrensburg's probably going to look back. They had 2 trips into the red zone with no points. They may look back at that and look at those missed opportunities too. So 4th and goal.
Well, I'm looking for Conley. I'm doubling Conley. I'm sorry. He's not going to get an opportunity.
Wide open is Smith Taylor, 54-47.
Smith Taylor, touchdown, Warrensburg.
1:17 to go. So we await the extra point. There's the kick. It is up. It is good. 1:17 to go. We'll be back after this.
You have choices when buying a vehicle. Show Me Auto Mall is your right choice. Getting you financed with even less than perfect credit because everyone needs a reliable vehicle at an affordable price. Need service? Take a loaner while you wait. With a broad selection, you will find a vehicle that is right for you. Show Me Auto Mall is here to make buying a vehicle hassle-free. Go see the crew at Show Me today on 291 across from Walmart.
All the games in the area over, but this one. Remember we just talked about Lee Summit West Staley? We want one of those 6 overtime games. Guess who played tonight? Lee Summit West and Staley. Lee Summit West beat Staley 28-7. Lafayette County beat our opponent next week, Summit Christian, 49-7. So you got to figure an onside kick is coming if you're Warrensburg. And I would say Henry could make an onside kick here. So here it is. He's got it. It's going to bounce.
Got it. We got it.
And Harrisonville going to
actually got it before it got to the 50. We got it before we got to the 50. So
popped on it. Does Harrisonville 54-48. 1:17 to go.
All they got to do is down it.
Warrensburg does have that 1 timeout, but again, doing the math, 40 times 2 is 80.
That's a minute and 20 seconds, and so we got a minute and 17. So
we got a whistle, and Harrisonville calls a timeout with 1:17 to go.
It's our last timeout. hopefully he's going to say, down it.
Final timeout of the second half.
Been a back and forth battle in this one. Let's go over some of those scores again. Center lost 14-12. Clinton lost
Who'd
to
they lose
Pleasant
to? I'm
Hill.
sorry.
Christ Prep Academy. Pleasant Hill was beat Clinton 53-13. Crest Ridge is up 34-32 on Cass Midway. Grain Valley beat Platte County 45-24. Butler beat Holden 22-20. Kearney all over Excelsior Springs 47-6. Knob Noster beating Northeast 47-14. As we roll down scores, I will fall asleep.
That's what I was laughing at a while ago.
40-0. Liberty North over Park Hill South. Lone Jack losing to Cole Camp 20-8. Lewisburg over Baldwin 62-7. Odessa beat Oak Grove 24-10. St. Michael beat Pembroke Hill 35-13. Ray Peck about to beat Blue Springs South 27-14, and there is victory formation for the Cats. It's down and a quick timeout.
There's sort of a final timeout of the second half.
So, unless something crazy happens like a bobbled snap or something like that, Harrisonville going to move to 1-3. Warrensburg going to fall to 2-2.
Well, I'm going to say it's not because I'm going to start counting on my stats because it's already after 10 o'clock.
So, long night at the football field tonight. So we will see how things roll. St. Joe Central beat William Crispin 45-20. Grandview beat Winnetonka 47-7. Oak Park beat Truman 70-14. West Platte, my old alma mater, is up 25-22 on their homecoming. St. Pius up 42-39 over Maryville. There's another high-scoring affair.
Mason Mitchell, one more time with the knee.
So third down coming up. And if they can snap it, they can snap it under 40 this time, and that will do it. So third down and 16 for the Cats. Under 10 on the play clock. Cats up to the line of scrimmage, and this will be the last play of the ball game. And Mitchell downs it, and that'll do it. The Wildcats come into Warrensburg and upset the Warrensburg Tigers by a final count of 54-48 in a back and forth battle. Warrensburg falls to 2-2. And the Cats moved to 1-3 on the year. They got Summit Christian coming up next week. We'll take a timeout. We'll let Gary finish adding up his 497 stats, and we'll be back with your postgame show right after this.
Everyone needs an advocate in the
It was a fun one tonight on both sides of the ball. 54-48 final score. Harrisonville best Warrensburg in what would be the only meeting between them unless they get to the state playoffs, both teams. Cats get off the schneid. They get their first win of the year. Warrensburg falls to 2-2. You know, I'll tell you what, I felt like it was two heavyweights doing battle here tonight between Warrensburg and Harrisonville. Nate Reynolds, 350 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns. But on the other side of the field, you have Kobe Westfall and Quinn Conley, who just kept throwing haymakers back at him all night long. Over 200 yards for Conley. Conley had 3 or 4 touchdowns, and just watching him go back and forth was a good battle tonight in Warrensburg. So final score again, 54-48. If you haven't heard from Gary, and if you see him over here in the corner, he's still adding up stats because it was a long night of stats for Gary. We didn't hear Gary much because about every time I had to talk to him, he's like, hold on, I'm adding up another stat here. 15 here, 15 there. You know, we talked about it in the pregame show. One of our keys to the game was double deuces, and I said you got to get him going. Boy, did they get him going tonight in the likes of 350-plus yards did they tonight with Nate Reynolds. He just had one of those great football games that those Reynolds boys have been known for over the years. And, you know, it kind of – all of our keys to the game really came to fruition tonight when we go back and we talked about it. And the last key was, you know, keep the laundry clean. Very few penalties for the Cats tonight. And we talked about key number one. We didn't really have to worry about the Red Barn Ranch red zone because there were so many long touchdown runs. But that was another key we had, was seeing red. And I think Warrensburg's going to be seeing red after this one. They feel like they probably got let one get away, but they fall to 0-1 in their conference opener. They're 2-2 in the year. Harrisonville raises to 1-3 overall and 1-1 in conference. So I'll give it over to Gary. Gary, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to start with Warrensburg because I want to compliment their offense and their players. Westfall is one heck of a quarterback. He showed his talent tonight in being able to get out of danger whenever he was in the backfield. I mean, he had 131 yards on 14 carries out of the backfield, and he threw 335 yards of receiving yards to his receivers. 190 of those went to Conley. And again, I'm going to compliment Conley. Conley was a force to be reckoned with. He was able to get himself open when he needed to, and those are the two players that really made a huge difference. Smith was kind of the workhorse in the backfield. He ended up with 16 carries for 56 yards. But if it wasn't for Westfall and Conley, this game wouldn't have been close. However, if it wouldn't have been for, on our side, Mitchell and Reynolds and Baker, it wouldn't have been close. I mean, it would have been, then closer. The two teams would have been closer. So anyway, let me run down the stats. For Harrisonville, we had 493 yards rushing, 166 yards passing. None of those passing yards came in the second half. And we only had 150 in the first half. So we had 343 yards of rushing yards in the second half. 354 total yards on 23 carries for Reynolds. That's unofficial. And Mitchell broke the 100 yards. He had 12 carries at 105 yards. Receiving, Baker had 3 catches for 56 yards. And so we ended up with a total offensive yards of 559 yards, 22 minutes and 45 seconds of the clock on 60 plays. Reynolds had 6 of the touchdowns. Mitchell also had a touchdown run. Phillips had a touchdown run, and Phillips had a second touchdown run. I'm sorry. No, he had to pick 6. Phillips had to pick 6. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my scratch writing because some of this is chicken scratch, obviously. So anyway, we ended up with 54 points to Warrensburg's 48. For them, I think I've already told the stats real quickly, though. Impressive. Westfall had 131 yards, 14 carries, and Conley had 190 yards, and he had 7 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 catches for 190 yards. So really impressive game. I think at the very beginning you talked about the keys to the game. And more importantly, Harrisonville needed to get over that hump and start rolling downhill. They were working uphill. I think, we just weren't getting the breaks. No penalties in the second half. I mean, we only had 3 penalties the whole game. And so, I mean, you got to hand it to them. They cleaned things up like they needed to. And you didn't have, like you said, you didn't have much in the red zone because you had touchdowns by Reynolds were 9. That's the short one. 90, 48, 61, 31. So, I mean.
Well, you talk about it. We have our things we've always talked about over the last, 8 years we've been doing this together. And, one of the things I always say, you don't win trophies in August and September. They're won in November.
Absolutely.
And Harrisonville has always been that squad that's like, we'll take the early season loss if we're playing at our best at the end of the year. Well, I mean, offensively, you got to be going, if you're the rest of the conference, going, oh, no, Harrisonville got it rolling. But you got to look at this game, and I think a lot of people will say, man, there was no defense in this game. But it was individual efforts on both sides
Absolutely.
that made it a 54-48 game. It had nothing to do with bad defense. It just had to do with great players on both sides of the ball to make it a 54-48 game. So if I'm everybody in the conference, I'm worried because Warrensburg can score in a snap of a finger, but Harrisonville can too. They just do it in different ways.
Absolutely. And you mentioned that Oak Grove got beat. I've been following Oak Grove. I've got a friend of mine that obviously I work with, and his son plays for Oak Grove, and they've been really rolling, okay? Odessa beat them tonight. I would like to know how they beat them because that's a concern because is Odessa, coming around, and are they going to be a force to be reckoned with as well as this year? Because I know Oak Grove is good, and unless they made a lot of mistakes, I expected them to be one of the powerhouses this year, and to see them get beat by Odessa.
And you look at the MRVC West. I mean, this is like one of the old-fashioned barn burner MRVC West back in the day when Grain Valley was still in the conference basketball-wise with Coach Mercer and Coach Herbert and Coach Mess and Coach Nimmo and all of them, where you win conference in basketball, you're 6-4, 7-3.
Absolutely.
This might be a 1 or 2 loss conference winner this year because of how well the top 5 teams are. Oak Grove, Odessa, Harrisonville, Warrensburg, and Pleasant Hill.
And you could have a possibly tie with two losses or 3 losses.
Yes,
at the top.
And so it could get super chaotic. And, that's no disrespect. I think Center's a little down. They got a coaching change. A lot of their players graduated last year.
Mm-hmm.
Juice went up to Liberty North, and that's where he's at. And, of course, Clinton just hasn't got into that MRVC race yet. So you look at those two, and, man, it's going to be interesting with those 5 at the top. So we'll see what happens. We got a lot of football left to be played. This was week 4. We got 5 more regular season weeks. Then we hit into districts, and the district's no slouch either. You got an undefeated Nevada going into tonight, a 3-1 Grandview. So it doesn't get any easier from here on out, but the Cats are on the winning track this season now, 1-3. So.
And they went through tonight through adversity. When I say adversity, this was not an easy game. They had to win this game clawing and scratching, and, they made a couple of breaks for themselves. That pick 6 really helped, obviously. And so I'm real impressed with the way they have, I think they were kind of down, and I think this is going to give them that up a little bit.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens. We'll be in Lee Summit next Friday night against Summit Christian. The following week we'll be at Center, back at home, then finally in October for the game against Clinton, and then they will close out at Oak Grove and then back home against Odessa. So 5 games left in the regular season, and then we'll see where the playoffs take us. But the Cats get on the board with a win tonight, 1-3 on the year now on the back of Nate Reynolds and Mason Mitchell tonight. They get on the winning track. So We're going to say good night from Warrensburg. For Jerry Forschler, for James, for Tucker, for Chris, for Gary, I'm Chad Grammer saying good night. We'll see you next Friday in Lee Summit.